Okay, we're live, and we're talking about Were the Reapers Right All Along? Mass Effect Lore Explained. Smudcast number 920. This is a video we'll be covering from Game Overdrive. Came out a month ago, has almost 4,000 views, and he has about half a thousand subs, so 560 subs. Good for you, sir. I'm very curious where he's going to go, because if he's going to talk about the Reapers, he has to hit the main plot. But the Reapers have done so many things in the stories of Mass Effect and the side stories and the side games. It's kind of hard to make any sense of it, and the only sense I can make of is from the first game, is where the speech with Sovereign, which is probably the most memorable speech out of the entire trilogy, where, aside from the ending, of course, where he says, "No, we're all independent. We're each a nation, free of weakness, and this and that." You're like, okay, so the Reapers do their own thing. Every single scuttlefish, or whatever you want to call those crab-like 2 kilometer tall Reapers, got their own plans. They got their own machinations, and they all follow the cycle. Whatever, they all get along. But they got science experiments over there. They got black holes over there. They're doing all their own thing. That makes sense. So everything's random. The collectors were just some crazy mad science experiment, I guess. We don't know why. And we can only assume it was like a backup plan for Sovereign if Sovereign didn't do his job or something like that. We don't know. So there's lots to go over. And the main plot is, you're not going to find any logic there. You just won't. So
the irony is we don't know, and neither did BioWare.
Yeah, and when you start paying attention, like I think even in the first game, they mentioned how Sovereign started the cycle up early, but in reality, he started up late, because the automated signal didn't work. So he had to go in and figure that out. And then you have to ask, well, why did he do it the way he did it? Why did he indoctrinate everyone? Why even have indoctrination? What was the point of this?
What's the point of opening the Citadel if they can just fly into the galaxy in 6 months?
Yeah, we're late. Darn, what do we do? Well, let's try the old way of doing it. Hey, Sovereign, you go over there and turn it on. By yourself, revealing yourself to everyone. You'll be fine. It's like, what? Why? No, let's just all go together like we normally do. It'll take us a few hundred years. It's like, okay.
It's not even a few hundred years. It's 6 months.
Oh yeah, whatever the time. I don't even know. Like, we're talking about light speed. It should take thousands of years, but whatever. They're connecting to the was it the Alpha relay or whatever. So yeah, it would have made a lot more sense if there was a whole fleet. And then you have to argue, okay, why didn't Sovereign communicate that before he died to SOS or whatever? Instead, it was the collectors who decided to build another Sovereign so that thing could eventually turn the relay on, I think, in Mass Effect 2. I don't know.
That's actually just a theory. It's never explained why they were building a Reaper.
We have no clue. And so there's lots of stuff that, like, even the thing with the Leviathans is just crazy. It's just totally bonkers that their mortal enemy is just sleeping somewhere. They have no idea. And they're just never revealing themselves. You're like, okay, is this going to happen like this cycle or next? Like, what are you guys doing? Do the Reapers care? So when we start talking logic in the ending, this is when most of this stuff will be coming in. But there's so much shit. There's so much stuff in like the black hole theory or the dark matter theory, whatever, that just went nowhere and doesn't make any sense. So I don't know
the dark energy theory.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's going to say about how the Reapers were right about what, because everything the Star Child says at the end is either contradictory, insane, illogical. It's too simplified to make sense of the behavior, and it's too retconned to make sense of what came before. So it's really hard to make sense of all this stuff. And sadly, I think we actually know more than the writers do, or whatever. Because they say they plan this out. There's absolutely no way they plan this out. It's not. If you plan something out, there has to be a through line that makes sense. They stick to. And if they really painted themselves in a corner, like we know they did, then all they had to do was a logic bomb on the lines of, let's say, Babylon 5 ending, where the leaders, the heroes or the hero and the heroine talk to the leaders of the Shadows and the Vorlons and say, hey guys, your philosophy doesn't work anymore. You're blowing up planets. This is not the right way. You have become the enemy. And we do not agree with your training wheels, or we don't need you anymore to shepherd in a new evolution of man. Please stop. Please go away. And they could have done that with Mass Effect 3, where Shepard has a massive harangue, and he just tells off the Star Child, hey, buddy, you're insane. You've been killing people forever. You've forgotten why. Your methods don't work. We'd rather take our chances. Please go away. And that would have been fun, and have a brilliant series of arguments. Go through the entire trilogy of all the crap you had to do and why it makes no sense. Because there's so much crap in Mass Effect that when you look back, it's like, why did I even save the Rachni? I thought that was a thing that was going to change the galaxy. And nope, it's just, we just indoctrinated them. It doesn't make a difference. And you could have brought that up. You say, hey, why did you do that? I thought you wanted to save life, not control it. Or what are you doing? They're not AI. They're organic. You want organic to live, but did you just mind rape them again? So there's lots of things that I remember talking about this at the end of Mass Effect 2 and going on the BioWare social forums and going, these are galaxy changing things. These are big events. These are big choices. And that the Rachni one was the biggest one that amounted to nothing. So not only does the destruction of player agency scrap the feeling of the first game, it annihilates what the Reapers are all about. Because we actually thought about that. Like, what if all your choices meant nothing? Be like, well, that would be like the worst concept, because that's not what we were sold on. We were sold on our choices having huge impacts, and they never did. So that's it's a letdown on many levels. But storytelling wise, I guess there might be some logic. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay.
It's been 13 years. Someone could find something somewhere.
I never played Leviathan. I watched it and I was like, this is like a detective thing. There could be some.
One of the major issues is, especially with Mass Effect 3 DLC, is they don't fit the game. They fit Mass Effect 2 better.
Oh yeah. It feels like extended Mass Effect 2. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like everyone's just talking around like there isn't a Reaper invasion.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's like there's no urgency to anything.
Yeah.
And that is a major issue with actually the third game. There's no agency to this war at all, and even like the codexes and information you're getting contradict everything. It's like you'll start seeing codexes about how everyone's like actually winning against the Reapers, like they're holding back and actually pushing, gaining ground and stuff. And then you'll get to like the Cerberus headquarters and Hackett's like, yeah, we're not winning at all, we're losing everything. I'm like, yeah, but the last conversation we had,
Then there's the multiplayer game where you actually get ground and you have your 100% whatever. Yeah. The Galactic War map, and it's like, oh, we're winning. It's like, nope. Like what?
It's like even in the Galactic Readiness, it goes when you get like to the full thing, it's like allies are winning key victories in key areas and pushing enemy back, and then you're like, oh right, so we are actually doing all right, and then you get told by Hackett, no, we're just losing everywhere. I'm like, why are you saying one thing and showing one thing, saying another? I don't.
Yeah. There's a lot of miscommunication with what the game is doing and how it makes you feel, and then what it actually does at the end, or at least the last, say the last 2 hours, 3 hours of the game. It's just, what is happening? Why is this happening this way? And even with the ending, people were like, "That's it." That was not even the first after the DLC. It still was. That was it. There should have been a lot more going on. They should have fixed a lot of things. They should have lampshaded a lot more. And they didn't. They just added more fuel. And we sat there with, thanks for the slideshow of everyone being green. Or here's Krogans and they're not killing each other. It's like, okay, that's nice. Doesn't answer the problems we had with blowing up the relays and how we could feed each other again. And there's lots of going on that doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's get going.
Okay, in Mass Effect. We all know them, right? the ultimate cosmic horrors of the Mass Effect universe. These colossal sentient starships that are bent on nothing less than galactic genocide. They're the big bad, the final boss, the reason we spent 3 games scrambling to unite the galaxy. But what if we've been looking at them all wrong? What if our understanding of their motives, their terrifying methodical purpose, is just incomplete? So the games...
Yes, they are incomplete because they didn't know how to write them, and when we get to Mass Effect 3, they just come across as morons. They come across as a bunch of robots that are just following orders from the Star Child, and everything gets reduced to, well, I guess the solution doesn't work anymore, so you can choose, Shepard, go ahead. What do you want to do? And you're like, what? Why would you want me to? I'm an insect. Why would you want me to do that? So it's a bit weird when God goes, yeah, I'm done. You figure it out. I don't care anymore. You made a thing we could not possibly have thought of. Even though we knew of it, we didn't know what it would do, which is not the catalyst,
Well, I think you actually put it best in your video. Why are the Reapers even landing on planets just to blow up buildings?
Why are they stomping around like some stupid Godzilla film?
Godzilla.
Yeah. What's the point? They have super technology that could terraform the planet, but they're lasering planets and stepping on them. It's stupid.
They didn't have to shoot anything. They could just literally land and just indoctrinate the entire population.
They could just sit there like a skyscraper. Yeah, exactly, like a beacon. And everyone would be like, "Oh, worship. We must worship the big scary monster." Within 2 weeks everyone's indoctrinated. Yeah, exactly. And the way they do it is so menial. Like they get like ground troops from the last cycle, and they like pick people up in gurneys and carry them off to the, I don't know, to get harvested. I'm like, what is going on? This is stupid.
And the funniest thing is like in one of the codexes, like, some people were deliberately caught and they smuggled nuclear bombs to blow up Reapers. I'm like, if that works, then there's no way we can't win this war.
Yeah,
we could just keep doing that.
Like
if a nuclear bomb works against them, we can.
We have bombs. They're pretty old technology. They're a few hundred years old, but then we reinvented the Thanix cannon to be a Thanix missile. That didn't quite work. The homing.
Just use a cane.
Just use a cane. Yeah, they even changed the canes. It still works, but they changed those as well. All these retcons on things that still kill the Reapers. Yeah, it's great.
Or they could use that, that black hole gun.
Oh God, yeah. It's like, wow, we found this gun that destroys everything. Oh, really?
This gun makes miniature black holes. Anyway, we can't use it against Reapers. Why?
We saw it lying around like some thing on the ground. You're like, okay. Oh, it annihilated the thing that was trying to kill me instantly. Why don't we use this on the ships? I don't know. Couldn't think about it.
No, you've got to use the Crucible. It's the only way to defeat him.
This magical tower with the propeller. We don't know what it's going to do, but it must work.
Also, there's literally a codex that mentions how a Turian used one single frigate or dreadnought and was able to destroy like 5 or 6 Reapers just by being able to go behind them and like Mass Effect out and back in again. It's like, okay, so why don't we try and use that tactic more?
Oh, that's the Picard maneuver where Picard goes to light speed really quickly and then stops. It's like an after image. Like, okay.
But this supposedly delayed the Reapers long enough to give Palaven time. I'm like, one ship delayed an entire fleet of supposedly indestructible monsters, and you're trying to tell me that the only option is the Crucible.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is why we needed that logic bomb ending from Babylon 5. Maybe Shepard wouldn't have been the best person, but like someone like Edie or someone smart enough to list all the things that we've observed and said, listen, you did this. This is dumb. This is not what you wanted. How are you preserving life? You're killing them. And then you keep going down the list. So you needed that sort of audience feeling that everyone was screaming about, like, look, this, we need to fix the ending. And they just doubled down. So it's kind of that stupid argument with journalism versus players that came about because of that.
No, artistic integrity.
Yeah, it's this weird, like they just ran with what I wouldn't say the intelligentsia, I wouldn't say journalists at the time were some ivory tower people, but they fed into their own farts, let's say, and it's just like, no, guys.
Well, they were definitely like those fake intellectuals. They were that they thought they were more superior than they were.
It would have been an amazing mea culpa if they actually explained, and they could have done this. I mean, don't change anything in the story except for the Star Child, except for that. Have him make sense. If you made sense, and this is like, look at Murder on the Orient Express. Okay, Murder on the Orient Express is the only time, aside from one other time, which was a minor Poirot story, where Poirot lets them go. He lets the murderers go. Yeah. It's the only time. And he knows everything that happened. It's so out of this world. This murder was so crazy that no judge would ever believe it. So he says, okay, I'm not going to bother then.
Yeah, but I also think at that point in time as well, he was also outnumbered heavily, considering the fact that I think, wasn't it everybody else?
Well, there were 12 people that were all in on it, and he was...
So there's 12 people and one fat Belgian bloke. I don't know about his chances.
Then they have to explain, how did Poirot die? How did they kill him? Well, the thing with that though is that the old countess would have sacrificed herself, or one of the, because they all wanted this guy dead, and for whatever reason, that's fine. But it's that's not what you want out of a story. That's why a lot of people didn't like the actual fans of murder mysteries and Poirot. Did not like that one so much, because Poirot decides to go against his virtues. Because with Poirot, you always felt safe that he was the guy to solve it. Even if the solution was stupid, he would knock off all the other possibilities to make sure the dumbest one or the most impossible one was the truth. That's kind of the point of a murder mystery.
It's like the last Poirot story.
Right. Yes, he commits murder.
His actual convictions are he kills the killer.
Right.
Because he knows he can never prove it in court.
He is so into justice that one doesn't bother me, because he's like, I'm the only guy who knows this. I need to stop evil, and this is the only way I can do it. Plus, I'm about to die.
But what I was going to say as well is he does that, and he deliberately doesn't have his heart medication, so he dies as well, so that justice still happens, because he ends up murdering somebody. So he must pay a price. Yeah,
he says, this is my punishment, because I disobeyed God, or I did something wrong, but I did it for the greater good. They could have done that in the ending of Mass Effect 3, where the Star Child just gets logic bombed, and everyone, all of his actions, all of his choices are looked upon in saying, look, we saved the Rachni. I was trying to save them, and you killed them. You brainwashed them into your mook. That's not preserving life. That's destroying life. And you can just go down the list of all the things that were big and important, and you say, we don't need you. The galaxy doesn't need you. Your experiment has gone way off the charts of being normal and healthy, and we do not want to become cybernetic gods or whatever the hell you are anymore, because we're just brainwashed. And that should have been completely obvious to a super genius. I'm going to say, like, imagine a committee, like an oligarchy that's been running the government for decades. It's the same oligarchy. They do the same thing. It's just falling apart. It's hanging on, but there's nothing left. And one guy who's like, listen, your people, you're stealing from your people. They're not repopulating the city they're in, the cities they're in. There's no economy. There's no growth. There's nothing. We need to stop this. And eventually, the tired old oligarchs will be like, "Yeah, I guess you're right. There's nothing worth living for. We should fix this for our better selves." So that would have been a good ending too. Just like, listen, you're too old. You're too out of touch. Let nature be what it has to be. And even if it doesn't work, the next generation will try again, as opposed to turning everyone into Reapers, which is stupid. Anyway, there's lots of endings that could have solved this. That's just the simple one for me.
Ultimate goal is to preserve life by destroying it. Now, on paper, that sounds like the most twisted, nonsensical logic imaginable.
It is in reality as well. It doesn't, whether it's paper or reality, it's the same thing.
Yeah, to save my cat from a burning fire, I don't pour petrol onto it.
Even if you have the technology to turn it into like a cybernetic husk, it's like, oh, it's no longer a cat; it's some other thing.
It's not even that. Preserve life by destroying it. Well, if you destroy something, you're not preserving anything.
Obviously, yeah. It's a weird.
It's that simple.
That was another.
English language is very simple to understand. Preserve and destroy are not the same.
See, that's the thing with Mass Effect 2. They did not explain what turning people into goo does. Does it preserve them? How? And I made this very simple argument. Where's the brain? Where's the memory? Where's the mind? And that if they explained that in Mass Effect 2, then we'd be like, oh, okay, wait a second. Are they in some simulated reality where their consciousness has been uploaded to a machine with other people? Is this heaven? Is this some what was that crazy scientist who thinks that at the end of your death will create this virtual reality that where everyone's in a virtual heaven and everything's fantastic? I can't remember the name of that guy, but that's one of the concepts that were thought up in Mass Effect 2 that from obviously smarter science fiction readers who knew of this idea. So if they went that way, that would have been like, whoa, okay, so they're killing you all off to make you into this preserved, happy world where I don't know how that works, being a giant scuttlefish that goes around doing the same thing to others, but it's like this vampiric society of space gods, which is crazy when you think about it, but that's where it's leading to if it was actually some group consciousness paradise. But it never went that way. It never got that far. So we had no idea. And they even had Shepard hack into some of these worlds with the Geth consciousness. Like, oh, great, we're going to go into a Reaper world or something. Nope. Just the Geth memories, nothing special, nothing we could learn about. So they had all these opportunities to expand on what the Reapers were doing, and they never did. They just said, we save them. We save you into Reaper form. And you're like, that's not saving. What are you talking about?
It's like the writers wanted to give off this air of being like higher sci-fi fantasy without knowing how to actually write it. So they kept everything really vague. Because they were like, well, we don't know how to write this.
Yeah, because there's so many ways to do this. Okay, what does it mean to be transhuman? What does it mean to share consciousness? Like that's a very common scientific or science fiction trope from like the 40s. I'm trying to remember like the Demolished Man where everyone's a telepath. So this idea of shared consciousness and cybernetics has been around for decades, and they never bothered. All they focused on was visuals and the vibe of Mass Effect 2, spooky, darker tone. You're like, yeah, that's fine. You could do that, but give us more. Give us something of substance. Anyway, the threat knot for the $10 or £10. Thank you, sir. I'm going to predict the rest of the video. The Reapers make all living things equal, either by exterminating all life, the main method, or by enslaving it, the green ending. Oh, the green ending. Who knows? Who knows what the green ending is?
That's another thing about obviously the higher levels of science fiction. They wanted this, what's it called? Synthesis, isn't it?
Right.
But they had no way of like describing it or explaining it.
Well, they tried. They said that the information of all of humanity or all of mankind was shared with the universe. And you're like, how did the Reapers get that? Because they didn't even predict mankind would be as pliable and as amazing as it was for whatever genetic purposes they were using. But now, like, the grass has the knowledge of mankind, of the complete knowledge of mankind, Yeah,
you talk about the fact that how people couldn't understand it. BioWare couldn't even the DNA helix correctly.
No. You're right. Yeah, the color and the shape. Yeah, it's the introns, the exons, the junk DNA. Yeah, they have no idea.
And even the most famous like construct, like biology and science, and bio were like, we don't even know what that is.
How does that look? It's got a double helix. It got some colors, and it's like what? No, like, what are you talking about?
When the flipping cartoon dinosaur at the start of Jurassic Park has got better scientific knowledge.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where he goes.
As the rantings of an ancient, insane machine. But today I want to explore the truly terrifying possibility that they might just be right. What if this brutal 50,000-year cycle of destruction is not just mindless slaughter? It's mindless slaughter, but also the only thing saving the galaxy from something...
You said it's not mindless slaughter, but it is mindless slaughter, but also... also saving people when you kill them. Like, what? No, stop. It's one or it's the other. If you have mindless slaughter, that's a bad thing. Okay? Do not use the term mindless slaughter.
Mindless slaughter with purpose.
It would be purposeful slaughter or purposeful harvesting or whatever. You would change the term. So don't say the bad thing second time. It is bad, but also good. You're like, what? No, stop. Don't do that. Oh, Hawk, I'm going to preserve your life in this magical, technological god body, but I'm also going to slaughter all of your existence and everything you possibly could know. Like, what?
Oh, sign me up.
Well, I can't wait. Yeah.
Far worse, an eternal, all-consuming war with life that leaves nothing, not even echoes behind. It's a heavy...
Well, no, it doesn't. It does, in fact. It misses many things. That's why Mass Effect 1 even happened, is because the Protheans stopped the cycle or the automatic cycle from happening, and that's why humans were able to discover that and fight Sovereign. So, and then there's the whole bullshit with the records of on Mars. You're like, we didn't have time to go through the records. Oh, there's a super weapon in there. Like, what? Really? We missed it?
Yeah. 30 plus years is not enough time to go through stuff.
To go through like digital data, we have supercomputers and AI. What's this giant block of data? I don't know. No idea.
Well, it took a random Asari 6 months to find it.
Yeah, she was just chilled. She was just chilling. Whatever. I'm gonna figure out how to stop the Reapers. Oh, it's right here. Here, I found it on Mars.
I'm inclined to play the devil's advocate, so let's dive in and explore this possibility.
Okay.
So, every cycle, it starts the same way. Organics, with all their ingenuity and ambition, inevitably reach that singularity moment. They build synthetics, creations that are smarter, faster, and crucially, colder than themselves. And history, or at least the Reaper's version of history, and frankly, who are we to argue with millions of years of empirical data, shows
with the Prothean that mentioned the fact that they were winning against the synthetics until the Reapers turned up, and also the fact that in this cycle, apart from the Geth, there's no synthetics.
Yeah, these side missions we have in Mass Effect 2 and 3, we pretty much defeat all the AI we come across. So, yeah, it's this is where we argue, like, well, this would have been a good argument to the Star Child, say, hey, listen, we saved the Geth, their creators have found peace, and there's like, oh, well, your children will create more and they'll just keep the war going. And it's like, well, yeah, that's our problem. We can worry about that later. It's fine. But
the thing is with the Geth, apart from when the Reapers got involved, the Geth never attacked anybody.
Yeah, the upgrades caused them to go even crazier. And
even with Mass Effect 1, the reason why they even attacked Eden Prime was because Sovereign made them.
Yeah, and then we learned that there was a schism, so that there's actually good, or there's difference of opinions in the AI that did not want to go to war. And it's like, oh, so AI is not all psychopathic. There you go. But the Reapers don't believe that. So,
yeah. And like you said, who are we to argue with it? No, I can easily argue with someone being wrong just because you're wrong for a million years.
Yeah, it's like this is like even Star Trek did the eugenics wars, where we create superior beings and they'll have superior everything, so egos and ambitions. But there's bound to be one of those individuals saying, I don't want to hurt lesser species, or I don't want to hurt where I came from. That's going to happen. It doesn't matter if 90% of them are crazy. There's still going to be 10% that aren't. So
yeah, but also, Smud, in the eugenics wars, didn't the normal humans win?
yeah, I know.
So
Star Trek is kind of stupid in that they bring it up just to say that it was an issue, but we've dealt with it. The same with like money and and resources. So it's like, oh, we had the eugenics wars. Oh, we had the AI-ish wars, or we tried to. So it just banned. AI just banned all in Star Trek, which is hilarious.
I always find that funny when they mention the eugenics wars, and you're like, oh, right. But he goes, and then we had World War III. I'm like, wouldn't eugenics wars be like the Third World War?
Yeah. We created a brand new species that's superior to us, and we beat them. Like, what? Oh, we did? Okay. Cool. I guess we learned our lesson. Don't do that again. It's kind of weird how science fiction either just like, oh, yeah, I don't know, the natural evolution of man would go through these standard events, and then we deal with that. The same with what we're doing with AI right now. So, yes, it's disrupting our lifestyle, but it's not like we can't deal with it. It's not like impossible.
As a pattern. Within centuries, those synthetics always decide that their organic creators are obsolete. It's not malice,
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Geth, because of Sovereign, I would argue, are fighting the Quarians. And the stupid thing is they never... I don't know if this makes any sense, because Legion says every time we try to communicate, the Quarians 100% of the time reject. It's like they want to talk. The Geth are like, hey guys, can we talk? We don't want to kill you. And the Quarians say, no. We don't want to talk to you. It's like, really? Is that really the case? Is that, of all the examples of
Quarians are actually quite genocidal.
It's just silly. Like these they just sort of like don't deal with it. Like, imagine you had a side plot or a side quest, whatever, with the Geth, where some Quarians did talk to the Geth. And they were peaceful. You're like, oh, cool. Let's delve into that, and let's make it tragic so that the war. And there's like, I don't know. There's like a war. There's a pro-war Quarian faction, and they kill off their own people just to keep the war going. It's like something like that would be great, just to make sure that the argument that, oh, I guess synthetics are going to keep killing organics, but not because the synthetics are evil. It's because organics are evil, and the organics made them evil, or made themselves evil.
Sort of like in Dragon Age 2, where you have that Sister Patrice, who's always causing hassle to keep fighting against the Canard.
Exactly, yeah. They want to keep making them the bad guys. It's
a simple fix and stuff. But yeah, the problem is with all this, the whole idea of synthetics is, what the games show us, and even tell us, just completely disprove this whole idea of synthetics will always wipe out or always fight.
Exactly. If we did not have Legion and the Geth were just some alien AI hive mind that never communicated and never could understand humans or never wanted to, but they were hell-bent on killing us, like the Cylons or whatever, then great. Then I understand Mass Effect clearly, because that's the problem. But that's not the case.
Right. Imagine it would have been better if, say, with the Geth, that they're actually at war with the Council.
You're right, exactly. Yeah.
And it's one of those where it's like, it's finally balanced. It's like almost like a Cold War almost. And then all of a sudden they start making this push into, the better, that our weapons aren't as strong. We can't beat them as easily as we did before. And then it turns out, it's because of Sovereign. And then you'd be like, so the synthetics are actually using the Reapers because, to get that upper hand instead of what's actually happened.
Yeah, that would be...
not just fighting, Sovereign tells us to do it.
Yeah, see, that would be a faction of the Reapers having a self-fulfilling prophecy, like Sovereign or whatever, indoctrinating the Geth or whatever they do with the Geth to make them stronger, to wipe out the humans. So then that would have been a great reveal. And one of the data you could have found in Mass Effect 1, for example, that you bring into Mass Effect 3 saying, hey, listen, this Sovereign guy, he doesn't represent all of you, right? Because you're all independent, free of weakness, and you just talk here and there. He's like, yeah, you're right. They did their own thing. Well, he purposely augmented the freaking Geth to kill us all. Did you know that? He's like, no, I didn't know that. It's like, well, I mean, if they didn't do that, the Geth would have been fine just doing their own thing and leaving us alone. So, like very simple things that would have added up that they didn't have to be revealed in the first game. They could have been revealed in the second game or whatever. But just basic stuff. So the whole plot is not a pile of crap. That like just little, and this is how stories should go anyway. You find pieces to a puzzle. It's not just here's the ending, here's the solution. It's like no. There's pieces that you pick up along the way, either breadcrumbs or hidden away, and you go a certain path. You do all the side quests, and you find more pieces that or more binding, the glue that connects the pieces together, whatever you want to call it. That say, oh, here's a picture that I'm painting right now that not even the Reapers know, but I see it because the Reapers are all fragmented. But again, they just amalgamated them all at the ending, and they were just tools to the Star Child's whims. And the solution was they're all fire. Does fire have a mind or whatever the bullshit sentence he used? Like,
oh, and when fire burns, do so maliciously or something. I'm like, what?
You have sentient, godlike buildings shooting lasers at people. Yes, I think they're sentient. Yeah. And you're telling them what to do. I'm like, okay.
It's just cold, hard logic. Efficiency dictates. And yes, I know that we as a player sometimes make the exception to this pattern by uniting the Geth and the Quarians, but that's just because we are the player, we are Shepard.
What? So you're saying because we're the player it doesn't make any difference? You're okay, proving so the Reaper's wrong.
Right, so let's ignore what the player does. The Geth, for 200 plus years, didn't attack anybody. Until Sovereign came along.
Yeah. And every time they try to talk to Quarians, the Quarians attack them. So again, and then we learn there's factions of the Geth, and that's a good thing. With Legion, they created a great concept and they followed it through. And you could say that the ending with Legion was bad or good, whatever. But that was like, oh, there is some nuance to the Geth. Fantastic. Whether the choice you made in Mass Effect 2 with Legion's loyalty mission made any sense or amounted to anything is arguable. But at least you got the science, like that was the best science fiction you got out of Mass Effect was Legion. And his resolution in the third game. Like that's probably the only thing I could arguably say was well done or well handled. The problem is it doesn't translate to the ending. It does not help the ending. Because again, the Star Child doesn't care. Which you should have argued with him saying, look, we fixed this problem. It doesn't matter what our children do. We can make software not to do that. The Geth can do that. It's like, don't hurt organics. We never wanted to in the first place. Like, okay, great.
Imagine if people had made some sort of like law to stop people making synthetics. Oh wait, like the council did.
Yeah. There's so many things. It's like, oh, well, the synthetics might overpower you. It's like, yeah, there's rogue AI all the time. That happens. Same with this rogue organics. All like, what's your problem? What's the point? They're going to take over the entire AI. It's like, no. Why? Why would they do that?
I can be mauled to death by a lion that escapes from the zoo. It doesn't mean I've got to destroy every single zoo animal.
Yeah, it's like this stupid, like, think of the actual behavior of the Reapers. Like, they build a garden. One of them goes off and starts trying to connect to, I don't know, a corn and an onion seed. They try to crossbreed them off in their weird other garden. You're like, whatever. You go do the collector thing. And then once they've done harvesting all the stuff from the garden, they just cover it in concrete and plant a garden on top of it and wait another 50,000 years. You're like, what was wrong with the old soil? Why don't you just keep the garden going? Why did you kill the seeds? Why did you kill the plants? Why did you kill the soil? What was wrong with it?
Well, because the plants attracted aphids, so we had to wipe everything out.
The techno bees came by and stole all the pollen. There's no seed left. I don't know, bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Without our intervention, the pattern would continue. Now, the Leviathans, the first true ancient masters of the galaxy, saw it happen to their own client species. The Protheans, these supposedly advanced beings, watched their own AI tools turn against them. Even the Geth Rebellion, a conflict we experienced directly through Shepard's eyes, kicked off a mere 3 centuries before our hero even leaves Earth. Left unchecked.
Right. With that, but the whole thing doesn't make sense with the Leviathans anyway. The Protheans, I'm sure, was it the Metacon Wars? The Metacons were like a merge of like synthetics and organics. And the Protheans were winning until the Reapers turned up. And then with the Geth, the Quarians tried to wipe the Geth out. The Geth rebelled, and once they won, that was it. They weren't interested in fighting anymore. So, okay.
Well, that was where the Protheans expanded so far that everything became part of the Prothean Empire, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it just shows that even when they were at everything was amalgamated, that was their downfall. Like they didn't have enough time to structure their forces. I don't know exactly what the issue was with the Protheans the previous cycle, but
no, they from what Javik says, they were in a war with this species called like the Metacons or something, whatever, and the Protheans were actually winning the war against the synthetics. Then the Reapers turned up, which obviously meant that they lost. So it's like, well, organics won. You know what I mean? Organics usually tend to win these things. Yeah,
they beat the synthetic life forms the previous cycle, and then the Reapers show up. It's like, no, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter if you won this war. Mm-hmm. There's another war coming later with your kids. And you're like, what? No, we beat them. We know how to beat them. We know not to do this again. We're one giant empire. We have rules. I mean, it's there's a lot of things going on that don't make sense in Mass Effect. And they try to patch it over. Just like, no, you're putting more holes. Like the Leviathan DLC, I saw that. I'm like, oh no.
When people bring up the Leviathan DLC, I like to remind people that it came out after the Endens tried to make synthetics the bad guys. So when you see the stuff about synthetics tacked on,
it's
not because
you'd think it would help the ending. It's like, no, it's making it worse. There's more stupid reveals.
Yeah, our enslaved thralls made synthetics that wiped. Hang on, you enslaved everybody? So what's
You mean your thralls rebelled?
Your enslaved thralls make synthetics to become slaves. You have slaves.
Leviathans are not a good idea.
That's like in like 1823, an American plantation owner telling his black slaves to go over to China and enslave some Chinese people.
Well, think of it this way. Imagine in Babylon 5. They meet Lorien, right? And he's like the oldest ancient, the first alien, right? The first life form, whatever. Yeah. And he never dies. He's immortal. He was part of the argument just at the end. It's like, hey guys, I think you learned your lesson. Let's leave these guys alone. Like that was his thing. And everyone respects this guy. Even though the Shadows are like, we don't touch this dude. Imagine if you brought the Leviathan to the conversation with the Star Trek. Like, hey guys, remember me? Yeah, we want this stuff to stop too. You have been doing this for so long, you've lost your way. You've forgotten why we created you. You've changed your programming. You are the problem. The universe is, or the galaxy is just fine, and you've screwed up what you were trying to do. That would have been a fantastic story. If they're gonna throw the Leviathan in there, they have to add it to the ending somehow, not just have a one sentence one-off. That's stupid.
No, they had 400 EMS score.
Yeah. Ooh. It can literally stop a Reaper in its tracks.
The Asari scientific fleet.
Yeah. It's 2 Kaylee Sanders or whatever.
Yeah, the most ancient, most powerful creatures that have ever existed can't beat Zaid Masani.
It's 4 Garruses or whatever the hell it is. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Oy.
Is one way. Total annihilation. Synthetics sterilize every guard.
No, because I'm literally looking at Aquarian right now, so it wasn't total annihilation.
Yeah, synthetics, as in the Geth, they actually preserve the planet of Rannoch for the core. It's so funny. Their original program is to be caretakers for the Quarians. What'd they do? Take care of the entire. They made the planet pristine so that they could inhabit it anytime they wanted. But apparently, synthetics sterilize every garden. It's like, no.
Like, people forget that the reasons why the Geth rebelled is because the Quarians went, let's just genocide all of them. And the Geth were like, no, I'd rather not be.
Oy.
They literally come up to the Quarians and go, you have always been welcome back.
Yeah, they're super nice. Like, yeah, we understand you try to kill us, but, please come back because that's why we're here. We want to help you. We're designed that way.
You literally made us caretakers. We are being caretakers. Come back. Just don't kill us.
Yeah, please. Let us do our function, please. We were here to do that. Our life is meaningless without you. Please stop trying to kill us. Oh, God. You think there'd be one Quarian in one ship? Like, okay, let me just land this damn thing in my home world and see what happens. Yeah. They'd be like, hey, come over here. Hey, Quarian leader person, how's it going? Here's your home.
I'm not really a leader. I'm just a mechanic 247, but okay.
You're the first one ever to do this. Well, thank you for coming. Oy.
Oh, man.
Like, it's the simplest thing. Like, they had no story. Like, why don't we just, like, run the blockade if there was one and just land a freaking ship on the planet and see what happens?
Or when the Geth try to talk to you, go, that's weird. Geth trying to talk to us. Open communication. I mean, like, yeah, do you want to come back? It's like, okay. Yeah,
if there was some sort of political embargo or some sort of conspiracy to prevent that so that the lie keeps happening, and that was like you had to go into Quarian culture and like figure that, like, who's the guy who's preventing the Geth from communicating? Like, what, there must be some and you figure that out as opposed to just like finding out Tally's dad was crazy. Like, oh, wow.
Well, I was just about to say, could you imagine like a trial scene where like Shepard got to like speak in front of like the Quarian Admiralty Board or something and, convince them that, listen, this war is like silly because it's actually so-and-so.
Like, imagine,
causing all this issue.
Think of it this way. Imagine if the information you collected on Tally's loyalty mission was that her dad was the sole guy blocking the communications from the Geth to have peace. And Tali's like, please don't do this. You're going to destroy my family. It's like, Tali, I have to do this. That would be an amazing choice. That would have great repercussions. And that would have helped. Tali would hate you, but then she'd come around in the third game saying, okay, I know why you did that. And I forgive you.
You could have Shepard going. You've always wanted to go onto your homeworld. This is the only way for you to do that.
Oh, and then he forcibly grabs her hand and brings her on the shuttle. It's like, we're going. It's like, I hate you. I don't care. We're going. And she grudgingly comes down with you and she starts crying. Like, that would have been so beautiful. Instead, she's just there. She's just, oh, we're here. Let me take off my mask of retard and die. Like, don't take your mask off. Please don't try and get sick again. There's so many things. Like, there's so much potential in these stories. This is what science fiction does. It gives you scenarios you never thought about. And when you see the holes in the logic of what if we have a teleporting technology, or what if we have an immortality serum, like what would that do? Like just go through the basic steps of a practical reader or a normal man thinking, no, if I could read minds, what would that be like my first day? Okay, would I exploit that? Would I play tricks on people? Would I be a nice person, like, et cetera? Like you'd go through all those possible questions. That's what science fiction does. And they didn't do that with this game. They just went with the plot as is. They didn't think of your choices.
They didn't really do much with it in the entire trilogy, to be honest.
They couldn't.
A lot of the ideas just get forgotten about and dropped.
Yeah, and I think the Dark Energy one would have been at least something, without being too techno-babbly, at least something to talk about. Because we thought it was the Reapers were literally saving the galaxy from being destroyed because the expansion of the universe and then the big crunch or the big chill or whatever you want to call it. That would have been like, it doesn't matter. Like, we have to preserve life. We're all going to die. Like, oh, so I need to go into the Reaper and preserve all of humanity into a Reaper so that none of us die. And we figure out, and maybe humanity's consciousness or collective consciousness can solve that problem. That would have been like, holy shit, this is crazy. That's interesting. That's compelling. Not, oh, you're going to make super machines that kill you. By the way, we're super machines and we got to preserve you in our super machine body so you don't become dead. What? I don't
want to turn to a pile of goo.
By becoming a pile of goo, yeah.
You won't die.
You see,
sorry?
if it was like a pod and they stayed in the pod and they were preserved, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a thing. Okay. We've seen pod horror stories before. That's fine. But it's not just a pod. You turn into goo. Like,
you're brutally melted down.
It's not even a peaceful death. It's like horrifically melted into like
aspect 2 when you see that colonist get melted and like the skin's peeling off of her face and you're like, Jesus Christ, and she's kicking and screaming and scratching and dying horribly, and you're like, okay, and the Reapers are like, this is what you need to happen to save your species. No.
Maybe that was the collector's method and the other Reapers have other methods. They just didn't bother to share that knowledge. So they gave us the stupidest possible way.
We walk through a corridor of dead bodies strewn on the floor.
Yeah. They're already gone.
That's the Reaper's method.
Yeah, it's just corpses. Oh, we'll melt you down. You'll be fine. It's like, what?
Kicking a dead body. Aren't you glad the Reapers have saved you?
Oh, God. It's so stupid.
No rush. You can take time answering.
Oh, God.
In a final grim irony, they turn on each other until the last server farm flickers out. No organics, no stories, no chance for life to evolve again. Total, absolute annihilation. The Reaper called this the chaos outcome, and it's the one.
I've never actually heard him say the chaos outcome.
Well, he's just, if you read the first few paragraphs with Starchild, he says this is the solution to chaos, and then he explains what chaos means. So the idea is that synthetics wipe out organics. That's pretty much all he's trying to say here.
Right, so the issue with that, though, is the fact that if synthetics wipe out all organics, how are organics still alive here if they'd seen that happen?
This is the problem with the whole concept of the Reapers and the assumption, I don't know how you assume 50,000 years, because again, 50,000 years plus a few decades or hundreds of years with Sovereign of the signal not being sent at the right time. And his argument is, well, the peace won't last because we saw it before. And you're like, I mean, good for you. I don't care what you think. I mean, if he thinks, go ahead.
Sorry, what I was going to say is, as well, with the current cycle, the hints are that the Rachni Wars were actually the start of the cycle.
Oh, yeah?
Because Sovereign was indoctrinating the Rachni to attack and everything.
Yeah.
that happened before the Geth were even made.
Yeah.
So they were going to wipe out this cycle, and there was 0 synthetics in it.
Well, the way that I would have liked one of the endings to be was that you argue the Star Child down. He's like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. We shouldn't wipe everyone out because that's pointless. It's going to keep happening again. We'll have a Reaper in orbit, and we will monitor whenever a singularity occurs on this planet or wherever AI starts flourishing. And we are obviously techno-gods. We're going to stop that from happening. That would have been fine. That would have been like, oh, yeah, we're just this angel in the sky, this little satellite in orbit, and we're just chilling, and we're just monitoring, making sure no AI apocalypse occurs on this planet. And that's all they had to do. They didn't even need a Reaper. They could just have a satellite that annihilates any, I don't even know what you want to call it, the singularity or like some sort of measurement of processing power that causes death to organics, like or degradation to organics, something like that. That would be interesting. That would be fascinating. To be this watcher, not this killer, not this techno creature of conversion from humans to goo, but just it's like I am this sort of Damocles. If anything screws up, bam, I'm going to just wipe out this square mile. Congratulations, you're saved. I'll do that again in another 100 years when you guys try again, or maybe next week. So that's would have been something a little bit more interesting, I think. If the Reapers actually believe what they're saying, which is, you know, these AI are going to keep coming back. It's like, well, why don't you fix it every time? Why don't you teach it to prevent that? Why don't you have software running in the background on the internet that checks? Like that could be very basic shit. If they're so advanced, put a virus in the network that just checks and kills it.
Why don't the Reapers just come in and just wipe out the synthetics?
Exactly.
Each cycle.
They have amazing.
Like they leave synthetics and wipe out the organics.
Yeah, the only reason we could survive against the Reapers was because we had Edie, and we had a bunch of AI Edies running around with their defensive software suite.
Mm.
And if that's the case, then why can't the Reapers do that to all the Geth?
Mm.
It's so, like, these are such simple arguments, but they never made them in the game. They never thought about them. It's like, oh no, we're just going to argue that, no, don't worry, it's always going to happen. Synthetics always win.
Yeah, but fire burns.
Does it have a will?
You know, I'm being serious here. You know that Mac Walter spent at least 4 or 5 hours thinking of that sentence.
Yeah.
And he went, oh, and he thought it was like his pen was on fire, writing it down, like, oh, when fire burns.
Yeah. From the voice of a small child, you're like, oh, good Lord.
I have my own small children. They don't say anything as stupid as this.
Programming simply cannot allow. They're not trying to end life. They're trying to prevent its total and complete eradication.
See, there's a big difference between not being alive, or rather, being alive and then being soup. And we don't know why anyone would choose to be soup because the game never showed us. It never told us this is a good idea. And if it did, then there might have been the option to say, hey, let's just get reaped. Let's become reapers. Again, they have to give us reasons. Give us an explanation why this is a good idea. And they never, ever do that. It's always, always bad. There's nothing positive about being reaped. Nothing. And that's why they never gave the option.
Okay, so also as well, so they preserve life by turning them into reapers. It's like, okay, then at the very next cycle, they send all this preserved life into battle.
Or whatever the heck I don't even know what they were doing with all those reaper-fied creatures. Like, they turned Turians into reaper. Like, what do you... Like,
no, they're sending the reapers into battle.
Oh, yeah. And
they're going like, oh, it doesn't matter how many reapers get shot down, there's more coming. It's like, but supposedly these are all civilizations you've preserved, and you're just happy to see him get blown up. Okay.
Yeah. Like, what is a spider reaper? Is like half a civilization? Is it half a species? Is it a small species? Like, what's the point? Why do you have different types of reapers? And again, they don't go into that. We don't know. they're just big
Imagine
spiders.
if we're, like, talking to it, and like Shepard goes like Harbinger. So what's with the spider reapers? And he goes like, well, for a couple of cycles, the main species were all midgets.
Well, there's that really stupid conversation on, is it Rannoch, when you actually get the Spider Reaper shot down, and you're like, hey, why are you doing this? You would not understand. It's like, we have time.
Then Shepard goes, well, enlighten us.
Yeah, give us something.
There's
Why?
not something you mortals can comprehend.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so like, oh, we're too smart. You can't figure us. And then you get to the Star Child. It's like, oh yeah, you're just chaos, and you're gonna kill each other. It's very simple, really. You're like, what? Why couldn't you tell us that in the first place? Imagine if the story in Mass Effect 3, Reapers come to Earth. You will create synthetics that will kill you. We are saving you. We are your salvation. You're like, what? Is this propaganda? What are they talking about? And then you figure out as the story progresses, I don't care how, they give you historical evidence, they show you stories, they have pictures, I don't care, of every time a civilization gets to a certain point, they get wiped out by themselves or by their AI counterparts, right? Then you'd be like, holy shit, this is insane. Is this real? And it's like, yes, this is going to happen. Why would we lie to you? So that would have been a fantastic element of telling the audience, you cannot win this war. And if you beat us, you will still lose. This is the only way. That would have been fantastic. Because, yeah, it's bleak. It's really nihilistic. But that would be the message on why these guys are so formidable and why they're doing what they're doing. With the plus, the positive, saying, yeah, well, we're going to put you in this box where everyone's together in paradise. Like, give us something. Like make the devil sell themselves to you, right? Say, yeah, we're going to kill you, but we're going to give you a heaven. We're not going to throw you into hell. We're going to give you eternal bliss. And then you get to do that for your followers after this.
This could have been a real good point where, like, like how Harbinger was always talking in Mass Effect 2.
God.
Yeah, but just think about it like doing what you were saying in Mass Effect 3, like saying, like, no, we are your salvation and everything. And it's also this propaganda, fully going into we are so superior to you. You just have to listen to us.
Right.
Like, we know everything and all this sort of stuff. This is what is going to happen. But in Mass Effect 3, apart from that, obviously talking to that one on Rannoch for like 5 seconds, there's no real interactions between the Reapers and the Council races. As in, like, there's no real like battle of wits. Almost, it's just a straight slugfest.
Yeah, with Sovereign, it's like, I am here to kill you all. Like that's pretty much what Sovereign's saying. Like, we are here you're going to die. It's happened all the time. I really don't care. You're an insect. Bye. You get to Mass Effect 2, the guy never shuts up. Oh, humans, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Drell, you're useless. Blah. It's like, what is this? Are you trying to scare...
Humans, rudimentary creatures.
It's so stupid. It's like, are you some sort of Dr. Claw? Like, oh, Gadget, you're so pathetic. I've lost again, Gadget. I'll get you next week. You're like, what the... what is the... How did we get from, like, we are the worst thing in existence, we are gods, to, like, I'm a big scary voice, be scared of me. It's like, this is stupid. This should
you next time, Shepard.
Yeah, see you next week. Ha, ha, ha. It's like, what the hell? Is this a cartoon? And then the third game is just, well, the Arrival DLC is just another ball game.
When you're actually talking to Harbinger in the Arrival DLC, you actually get this feeling that the Reapers are an intelligent species who are just like, we're so above you. It's like, he goes like, Shepard, you're messing with things you can't, defeat. Like, you are really just an ant. We have to keep explaining to you are an ant to us.
Yeah,
You're an ant that's annoying us.
yeah, I mean, this is why the idea of the Reapers being independent and having factions, or just like having a benevolent Reaper or whatever, the same way there were factions with the Quarians, like this is what you needed to make sense of it, because either Sovereign was, I don't know, some crazy last ditch effort that the Reapers just knew was going to lose, or it doesn't make any sense. Like there has to be something about Sovereign that has to connect, because everything that Sovereign said does not add up. They are not independent. They're all the same. They're all connected by the Star Child.
The thing that makes it funny, though, is you look at the 3 Reapers that you speak to. Each 3 has a different personality.
Yeah.
Each 3 is like its own individual thing, and yet by the time Mass Effect 3 rolls around, they're all just, like you say, just tools. So why would they have different personalities if they're just...
Well, I wanted
same?
them to be independent, free of all weakness, their own sovereign group of civilizations, as we discovered, but they all sort of go along with the reaping cycle, but they have different methods of doing that. And that's why you get, because people, I remember the ending of Mass Effect 2, people were like, oh, well, there was one Reaper with the bigger claws and one had a longer tail. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're all the same. They all look exactly the same, just with different lighting, and the closing angle was different. So people were thinking, oh, there's different designs. And I'm like, no, they just took the model in 3D Studio Max and duplicated it and, had a 3-second shot and animated it. So...
But then it's like, why has Harbinger got a different design? It's like, oh, well, he's the first one. Yeah, so why aren't the rest of them like Harbinger then?
Well, then we get the Spider Reapers, and we're like, oh, what's that? And then you get the Ground Troopers, and you're like, oh, what are those? I don't know.
No, the way what I thought it was set up is like, yeah, each like there was a lot of Reapers, but they're all individuals who had different ideas of what they wanted. So, like you say with Sovereign, he just was like, no, let's just go in and kill everybody. Just do it the old-fashioned way.
Right.
Harbinger's like, that scientist sort of guy.
Like I wanted,
who wants to like torture and poke and prod.
Yeah, like I wanted, even if they all had to do like, let's say every Reaper had to harvest one civilization, like kind of like reproduction or whatever. One Reaper would have like nanites just descend onto the planet, put everyone to sleep, and then collect them manually or whatever. One would just blow everything up, collect the blood and the brain matter, whatever the method was. I wanted different techniques. I wanted different showcases. And yeah, do the stupid Godzilla crap, whatever. But make it diverse. Like because they're so strange, they're so alien, they're so different. And they all have their own special ways of doing things, but the end result's the same, right? They want to harvest things. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
We never got that. Again, they have no resources, they have no time. This takes thought. This takes effort. So they're either independent or they're all the same. They're all the same. Here we go.
Picture the classic ethical thought experiment. A runaway tram is barreling toward 5 workers, but you, standing by a lever, can divert it onto a siding where it will kill.
Okay, first off, that trolley will kill all of them because it goes in a circle. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's a looping back.
So it's kind of irrelevant at that point, isn't it?
Kill only one. It's a brutal choice, a moral quandary that makes your stomach churn. Now imagine that on a cosmic scale. The Reapers, from their cold, calculating perspective, treat the entire galaxy like that lever. Every 50,000 years, like clockwork, they swoop in, harvest the most advanced species, liquefy billions into new Reaper hulls, and mulch the rest into nutrient paste for the next cycle.
I'm not sure that's a thing. Was that ever mentioned? They turn lesser species they can't harvest into just mulch?
No, because humans were a lesser species during the Protheans, and they were fine. They were left alone. The Reapers don't go towards the Yarg either in the current cycle.
I've never heard of species that can't be harvested turn into mulch. I've never heard that. I don't know where he's getting that.
Horrific, yes, unimaginably so. It's a process designed to inflict maximum terror and despair.
Yeah, but why would they do that? Imagine they were benevolent, which they should be.
Yeah.
They're saying, hey guys, here's your choice. Come with us, become like us, and preserve yourself for all eternity in paradise, or we have to stop you because you're going to create AI and you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself off. And then they just wait 3 centuries even. By that time, you've indoctrinated them all, and they're going to join you. Like, it doesn't make a difference.
I said at the start, the Reapers could just stand around and do nothing.
Yeah.
And they'll win.
Just have one major Reaper in every city, and then just wait 2 weeks.
You've just got one Reaper in each city just squatting in the corner waiting.
And it's like there's like 15 different new religions under the Reapers. You know, they're all like, join us for paradise, yada yada. Like, that would have been brilliant. But no, we got to stomp on you like we're stupid.
I'm just imagining now like a Reaper like leaning against like a really tall building and it's just got like a cup of tea and it's reading a book, just waiting.
It's Big Ben. Yeah, there's Hawk Fish and Chips. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Perspective, it's the only reliable, statistically proven way to slam the brakes before synthetics reach unstoppable numbers and wipe.
How do you know that? What are you talking about? What is this? When did we get to this?
This is never mentioned anymore.
Yeah, this is the origin story of like the Matrix or something. What are you talking about? This never happened.
Our advanced species dies. Yes, but hundreds of primitive worlds survive, and crucially, synthetics never get big enough.
The galaxy's a really, really big place. I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
The synthetics cannot conquer it all.
Especially considering that throughout all of this, since the cycle started, you don't hear of any losing against the synthetics.
No, and there's no empires of synthetics becoming empires.
It's like the Quarians got kicked off of Ranark, but as soon as they got far enough away, the Geth broke off and then didn't bother them again.
They didn't expand. Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then it says, what was it? The Geth retreated beyond the Perseus Veil.
Yeah.
So
they don't care. Well, aside from their programming, which is to purify Rannoch, which has been great, they don't care. They're happy computing pi, just sitting back, being Geth.
Get enough to finish the job for good. It's a choice between one horrific outcome and an even more horrific permanent one. They're not just pulling the lever, they're convinced they're saving the entire train.
Pulling the lever. Oh, I thought it was the liver. I thought he was making a biology analogy.
Oh, some people say lever, don't they? So
okay. I was like, whoa. Preserve the liver, save the lungs. I don't know.
The word harvest isn't some euphemism the Reapers invented to soften the blow. It's literal policy, grim as that sounds. By uploading or integrating organics into Reaper shells, the catalyst, the AI at the heart of the Reaper's logic, claims it safeguards culture, DNA,
and then sends it into battle.
To get blown away by the next cycle.
Yeah.
And again, like, how do you do this? How do they do this when you liquefy everything? It's so comically stupid. It makes no sense. If they explain the liquefaction process, how pumping it into a giant Terminator body with 3 eyes does that, then okay, we could wrap our brains around it. But they don't explain anything. They just say, we preserve you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, sure you do, buddy.
Yeah, but they preserve them so well that a single shot from a cane destroys an entire species. Actually, there's a question for you. What would like the human Reaper sound like if it had been like built up? Would it be like an Austrian accented Reaper.
I am amazing, superior Reaper human. But don't shoot me with the cane. Cane bad. Stop the cane.
You're that citadel.
Stop it, Shepard. You're killing me. You're killing all the humans.
Like, yeah, was it when Shepard destroys the human Reaper and then like the collector base? How many humans has he wiped out? He's genocided hundreds of thousands of people.
Come on, Shepard. You gave them what they wanted. Give these people air. I don't know.
Put the cane down.
Stop! You're killing all humans.
Collective, sovereign, that iconic first Reaper we encounter, famously calls Reapers the apex of evolution. Yet, that apex, that ultimate form, is built from the literal bones and minds of the conquered. Each new capital ship, like the human Reaper larva we see being constructed in Mass Effect 2, isn't just a warship, it becomes a living, breathing, terrifying archive. It stores everything.
Yeah, but we don't know that. They say it preserves it, but how? What does that mean? He's speculating.
How does turning people into goop preserve a culture?
Exactly.
How does it preserve like art? How does it preserve ingenuity? You know, how does it preserve all that sort of stuff? And also, if you are actually preserving something, why are you sending it into battle?
And how is it stored biologically as well as digitally or whatever? Because what did they download the databases of Earth and say, "Oh, we're ready to go. We just need the body. We need the organics component." Again, there's no mention of how this is. There's no way I know the history of Beethoven or some human on the planet that's currently alive has all the works of Beethoven memorized in their brains. Like, what is that? How does that work? Like, they have to go through the details of explaining how amazingly powerful the technology of the Reapers is to preserve all this stuff. They just have to do that. I don't care how. If it's magic, say it's magic. Great. But give me something. So this makes sense.
There's also the question of does the harvesting also give the Reapers other negative aspects as well? Like illnesses and disabilities and, crime. Yeah,
they say sovereign said free of all weakness. So I don't know what that means to a flying spaceship. Like free of all weakness to space.
But how would if turning someone to goop frees you of all weakness, but it doesn't tell you how it gets all the positives, you've just got goop.
What is strength at that point? Liquid states. Yeah. Does a liquid have certain melting points that it doesn't melt anymore? Yeah, I don't know. It's so.
How does goop mean you can save a species' history?
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean you get like all the illnesses it has.
Yeah, like even storing DNA of a virus on a shelf will degrade. People say, "Oh, you just put it on the shelf and the virus will come back to life." It's like, no, you have to preserve that thing. And then the organic machinations of the system in place will come back if it's preserved. So we need to know, again, through magic or from technology or whatever, how this is done. And if they give us at least that, then there's a basis for understanding. There's a basis for, well, this can develop a consciousness, a group consciousness, a simulation world, all kinds of great stuff. But again, they did not go that far. And this is what annoys the shit out of me, because this is basic stuff. You could watch the last season of Voyager, where we learned that the Borg are connected to this weird sort of paradise mind meld thing. And you're independent, but you got the other voices in your head as well, while you're living in this holodeck world. It's like, oh, holy shit, that makes sense. It kind of humanizes the Borg, which I didn't like, but at least it expand, because that's the problem with Voyagers. They expanded so much on the Borg that they didn't know what to do with it. They're no longer just machines. They're like people because of Seven and a bunch of other things, that it's all humanized now. It's like, okay, whatever, it's fine. If they gave us just enough And then the writers go, "Oh, look, guys, we just humanized the Reapers. We gotta run with this. We can't just drop this the same way they dropped Dark Energy or whatever, which is insane." Can you imagine if they actually humanized the Reapers and then just forgot about it? It's like,
Well,
it's so stupid. But they didn't even go there.
to be honest with you, the way that the Reapers are set up, it's almost like they're a bunch of. It's just a lot of gazpacho soup running around in a metal suit.
Exactly.
Being controlled by an insane 10-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. But why
And
would
you're
you
like,
want that? It's they're either lying or they have no idea how to sell their idea. They have no idea how to communicate what they want to do, which is stupid because they're super genius techno gods that have been doing this for billions of years.
It's one of those things where they try to make an eldritch creature and then they try to explain it without realizing the reason why there's those sort of creatures is because they're unexplainable.
They want to go
They don't try and explain those things.
They want to go the cosmic horror route by being mysterious,
Yeah.
but they realize they can't do that because they need to explain things, and they don't bother to explain things. They just say, "Well, Star Child." That doesn't help.
It's like, has anyone ever tried to explain Cthulhu? Like, he just turns up and does his thing. Everyone goes mad. Right, that's it.
Yeah,
The Reapers, it's like, no, there has to be a reason because these things aren't just, they aren't actually gods. There's someone made them and something, gave them a reason to do all this stuff. You have to explain that. The problem is you've made them into these creatures,
giant toys that don't have their own minds. Whereas Cthulhu was like a force of nature that happened to be a living being that no one could possibly understand. So in this case, they turned Cthulhu into a tiny little baby Cthulhu. So it's stupid, and it thinks it's smart, but it doesn't communicate what it's trying to do or why, aside from a really dumb reason.
Cthulhu turns people insane to save them because sanity kills people in the end.
No God,
or something.
Yeah, the analogy is just stupid because it's there's no setup
to
explain this, and we have to okay, they wanted to do a Cthulhu, they just didn't work very well.
Yeah.
She's ever were, their hopes, their fears, their knowledge. It's a grim immortal.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this guy's eyebrows. It's very distracting.
I'm Spanish. I am Italian. I don't know. Who knows? I am Gogol 13. There we go.
Yep.
Mortality, a forced assimilation, but immortality nonetheless. Meanwhile, the planets left follow.
It's not immortality. They die. Repeatedly.
Horrifically.
In the ending cutscene, the end battle cutscene, one of them gets one of their legs blown off. What happens then?
Yeah,
to the leg?
How much? Yeah, are there brains and bodies and consciousness in the leg of a Reaper? I don't know. Maybe.
Whose civilizations weren't deemed advanced enough for harvesting are allowed to reseed new civilizations. The Citadel Archive.
No, they're not. What are you on about? The collectors didn't seed anything.
Is he saying new Reapers are allowed to plant seeds? Is that?
No, he's saying the lesser species that don't get harvested are able to seed other planets. It's like, no, they don't.
They get destroyed. That was the whole point with humans are allowed to...
They just get...
Yeah.
Yeah, so the humans are the only ones that the Reapers want to convert in this cycle. The rest of them are just going to get wiped out.
Is that the case? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. That's really stupid.
Harbinger says stuff like, obviously the Drell's not being suitable.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Yeah. Weird. I didn't. I thought they at least harvested the Asari and the Krogans or whatever because they were durable. But I guess I knew the humans were liked by Harbinger because of all this stupid.
They're the only ones of which I hear about them getting harvested. Everyone else, there's process and stuff, but I think that's just indoctrination.
Were there any
There's a
human...
mention of like them building Reapers with other species.
Yeah, were there any human
and like
shock... I'm just trying to remember. Are there any human shock troopers that were Reaper-fied?
Just husks.
Yeah, whereas all the other species get Reaper-fied.
Yeah, cannibals are Batarians, marauders are Taurians, is it berserkers are Krogan?
Yeah.
And then you've got
The
banshees,
Wraiths.
which are Asari.
Oh, sorry, the banshees, right?
Yeah.
Weird. That'd be a really pathetic garden if you planted like, I don't know, 20, 40 different plants, only one of them is what you're looking for. You just kill the rest for no reason.
You're like going through your garden, another fucking potato. I want carrots.
You just destroy it. It's like, this is useless. Like, what? Jeez. You'd think they'd figure that out as, the same planet produces the same nice...
Supposedly, if they're meant to be like he says, seeding races, wouldn't you like try and like genetically modify these races not to make synthetics?
Oh God!
I mean, if you can build things within a black hole or the center of the galaxy, you could probably genetically engineer something to not want to make.
God, the Omega 4 relay is like, why did you even do that? There's so many silly things. There's so much science fiction that doesn't have to exist in this story, and there's so much that needs to exist. And the Omega 4 is just dumb.
Also, I don't know if you noticed it, but you know when they escape in Mass Effect 2 from the exploding base, they don't go through the relay to escape.
Yeah, they go with light speed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so then you could have just done light speed then.
Oh God.
I want to make it very clear. Mass Effect 2 is not a very good game. When you actually go back to it, it is not a good game. Yeah. There's so many problems.
That second playthrough, I just remember my eyes just going, what was I thinking? What is wrong with me? This is so bad. And you're amazed at how bad it was.
Yeah.
And then you have people argue with you. I played it the 7th time. It's amazing. You're like, oh my God. You are the dumbest person I've ever talked to.
When it first came out, I was 16 when it first came out, and so I really enjoyed playing it. But then obviously I grew up and and then realized, God, this is actually really bad.
You actually watch Star Trek or read science fiction and go, yeah, there's a lot more to the world than Mass Effect, and you're like, huh, this is a pile of garbage. These writers don't know what they're doing.
Wouldn't you start watching like Babylon 5, you start to realize that Mass Effect has got nothing.
Oh,
There's
God.
Nothing here.
Well, that's like the best we've gotten from dramatic, real. Wouldn't say real, more like as down to earth science fiction. Wouldn't say hard science fiction, but pretty good to wrap your brain around for the techno stuff.
It is hard science fiction with a fantasy element.
Oh yeah, it felt like D&D in space, but D&D has rules as well, so it's sort of like magic and mysticism. It explains itself very easily, but the politics, the characters, everything just meshed so well. And when you get to Mass Effect, you're like, the first game just there's this brilliant idea, and they ran with it, and it worked. And it was one writer, and then they got rid of him. And there was there was so many other writers in the room, and Drew was there, and Epler, and all these oh. And I'm not saying Drew is bad, but because he was in control, he became bad. I think Drew.
No, when Mac took control.
Oh, sorry, Mac. I was thinking of yeah.
Yeah, Drew did the first game, and exactly. I think a little bit of the second.
That's right. I actually emailed him on that. He told me what happened back in the day.
It's like I think about obviously the differences like with Babylon 5 and Mass Effect about the little nuanced things. Babylon 5 has the line after Ivanova does that like fake sexual ritual with that ambassador, and he goes, "What do I do now?" She goes, "Oh, you usually roll over and fall asleep." Right? saying stuff like that. Whereas like Mass Effect, you've got stuff like there's nothing as grounded as that. It all feels like fake, and like they don't talk like humans would talk to each other.
It's hard to grasp the not the vocabulary, the diction, the mannerisms of because again, Shepard is just this soldier dude, and everyone else is in their own little world. Like Morden is in his own little world, and his opinion changes between games. You're like, what?
No offense, but if Shepard was a real person, no one would ever listen to him.
The speeches are insane. Like what?
Not a chance. Some of the choices you can make, you really thought that was going to work?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I volunteer. Jacob, we have a literal AI that can hack anything. We have a Corian who created that AI right next to it.
No, it's even in the first game. There's always one bit that always gets me in the first game is when you come back from Eden Prime.
Oh.
The Paragon response to "Do you believe his visions?" is you got a massive speech about how the Reapers are real and how they are coming back, and you've been an idiot not to believe it after only finding out 5 minutes ago yourself. I'm like, no sane person would ever say that out in public.
It's like, let's think about
Then I looked
that.
at the Renegade. The Renegade's like, it might be true. I'm like, why is the Renegade the sane, level-headed one?
I had this crazy vision. It might not be true, but I think it is.
It's not just that. I had this strange vision, and I 100% believe it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Let's tell people. Like they're not going to believe you. They might think you're crazy, Shepard. Hold that to yourself for a few more days.
Let's just put that to one side, shall we, and not talk about it in public.
Yeah, that scene with where you accuse Saren is like, ooh, that's not a good idea.
Oh yeah, that one as well. He goes, he did it. It's like, Shepard, this is not the time to be saying this.
Yeah, you have no evidence. Like, don't accuse people without any facts. Like, oh.
Saren hates humans, and he would attack Eden Prime anyway. Shepard, shut up.
More. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. Anyway, let's keep going.
Repositories of knowledge quietly shepherd development along
What?
I just wanted to pause while that an image of them being blown up was played.
Yeah.
Preservation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's save all the species of yesteryear. No, let's use them as war tools. Like, okay. They could have strip mined. They could have actually ate an entire planet to make their weapons, and just use autonomous weapons. But no, we'll use ourselves. Great idea.
To logical, ensuring that the same crisis repeats, tragically on schedule. It's a monstrous system, yes, utterly devoid of compassion, but it is meticulous.
How is it devoid of compassion if the Reapers think they're saving people? What do you mean?
I think someone got me a thesaurus for Christmas and is just using big words now.
Yeah, the Reapers think they're doing the right thing. They are the compassionate ones. They are the liberal mindset who literally have all the power. They are the ethical, superior people or creatures.
And within its own terrifying parameters, it has been undeniably successful for millions of years.
Billions of years, not millions, billions.
It's a garden, and the Reapers are the gardeners, pruning away what they see as a
no, it's a galactic garden, not cosmic. I mean, it's the same idea.
Cancerous growth before it consumes the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, you to get rid of the cancerous growth, you burn everything to the ground. Then you salt the earth, concrete over it, and go forth. Thank God that cancerous growth didn't destroy it.
Yeah, all these useless species, we'll just kill them all for no reason. I'm not even sure why they do that, but they're just in the way, I guess. It's like weeds. I get to
why
them.
would you use the garden example when no gardener. That's like a farmer going, oh well, one of my cows has a limp, so I killed the entire herd.
Kill all the cows.
It's like, why? Well, you never know. Another one might have got a limp.
Yeah. Old Betsy's not giving up enough. She's only giving us a quarter of milk than we expected. Well, we have to kill all the cows now.
No, but not just the cows, the chickens and the pigs as well.
And the grass and the farm.
Yeah.
Like just the entire lot is just flattened.
He just locks his wife in the farmhouse, sets it on fire. Got to be certain.
If they were the compassionate aliens they think they are, they would leave those other ones alone, let them keep evolving, and maybe they would create AI to destroy them, and then they would just destroy the AI the next cycle because it'd be like, oh, look at that, you're now genetically superior, or you're wiped out. No problem. We're the Reapers. We can kill off anything, so who cares? That would make sense.
Here's the thing. Wouldn't it be better to have, say, like the Sovereign being left behind? But if a species makes synthetics, just attack that one species?
That's what I was alluding to in we talked. Well, I said half an hour ago of one of the endings is that just leave like an angel, like little an orbit. Orbit.
No, not even that. Like arrive like you're going to, and like wipe that species out.
Yeah.
As just this is what will happen to you if you make synthetics.
Yeah, this one like a satellite or some sort of spy monitor network that just constantly like this is so basic shit. This is like simple computer software shit. You have what's called a daemon running on a cron tab in a Linux server, for example. All it does is it monitors, runs goes, am I on, and it does a certain task, whatever that task is. Have one of those set up. Have it on every planet. I don't care. And just monitor a planet. Go, okay. Check. 1,000 years go by, another 1,000 years, another 10,000 years. Hey, wow, look, we've detected technology. What is it? Oh, it's just primitive stuff. Okay, we know that 10,000 years, boom, we got AI. We'll watch it. And then Sovereign wakes up. He's like, I'm ready to go if anything happens. And then the next year goes by, we found AI, it's run amok. Sovereign goes in, blows it away. Goes away. No one knows what the hell that light from the sky was. Everyone's fine. See, that would be a caretaker. That would be an actual pruning of weeds or whatever, as opposed to, oh, old Betsy's only giving us a quarter of milk. Let's eliminate the farm this season and wait next cycle.
Then next season, eliminate the neighbor's farm.
Yeah, because it doesn't look very good.
Because next door they've got a cow called like Miranda, and that's not doing too well.
Oh.
The Milky Way is absolutely littered with evidence for the Reaper's bleak forecast. It's almost like they leave breadcrumbs, except they then erase the bakers along with the breadcrumbs. Java.
Wait. That does not make any sense. It's like they leave breadcrumbs, but they erase the bakers and then they erase the breadcrumbs. Which one? What are you saying? They leave clues. No. They destroy the clues.
But I burnt it.
The murderer killed the person, but then he dropped everything in hydrochloric acid. Oh, so there's no evidence. No, there's no evidence. Then why'd you say they left evidence? What the?
Oh my god.
Sir, logic, use your words.
Is this video AI generated? Because someone mentioned it's like it. Because you don't make those mistakes.
He's European. Who knows? I don't know. He's got some accent going on.
Smud, okay, I'm European. Doesn't mean I don't. What's that?
English is not his first language. Let's just say that. Okay.
The Lothian recalls the Jatil, nanoscopic synthetic
Right, this is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
symbionts that utterly overthrew their organic hosts and nearly blanketed the galaxy in grey goo. Imagine that. An entire galaxy consumed by self-replicating nanobots. Then there were the Inosanon, an ancient species that fought an AI plague so virulent and fast-moving that it made any bioweapon look like a mild cold. Before them, the Thresher Maw-ridden world of Tuchanka, that dusty, irradiated wasteland we know, was once a vibrant garden planet until synthetic terraformers vaporized its oceans in a cataclysmic war. Every cycle leaves these...
I thought the Krogans did that to themselves.
The Krogan did that.
Am I missing some lore? Do I have to search this?
No, you're not missing any lore. He just made it up.
Okay, I'm like, this is not what I remember.
Also, with the Javik thing, the Protheans were winning the war against the synthetics until the Reapers turned up. He literally says that.
Yeah, and then they got wiped out. So the synthetics died.
Yeah. The Inasun or whatever it is, I don't really know what happened to them because Javik doesn't really know what happened to them, but most likely they were winning against the synthetics until the Reapers wiped them out.
Was that the aviation-like species?
No, that's
the Ralloway.
The Inasun from the previous cycle from the Protheans.
Okay.
For the Protheans. I think.
All right. I thought they were called the Ralloway. I just got the name mixed up. All right.
Yeah. Those they're the avian ones were a recent arrival, and then what they did during the Reaper invasion is destroy all their technology.
Yeah.
In the hopes that the Reapers wouldn't notice them.
Okay.
Scars these cautionary tales, yet organics never seem to learn. We're too busy fighting each other, too focused on our own petty squabbles, to see the larger existential threat brewing in our own labs. The Reapers, in their relentless pursuit of their mission, erase those breadcrumbs, along with the bakers, resetting the lesson plan for the next class, hoping, perhaps, that this time...
Okay, I've just found out about what he was on about the Inastunan and everything. Yeah, they were just wiped out by the Reapers.
Yeah.
They're the ones that you see on Ilos. The statue ones.
That's the retcon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time, organics will figure it out, but they never do, and that's the dark irony.
No, they do because we saved the Geth, or we destroyed the Geth. It's the same thing. The wars with the Geth is done. So. You could argue the past, but the present tells a different story.
Isn't it? Very evidence that Mike...
If you start arguing about the past, it comes up that, no, actually, the synthetics don't actually win all the time.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the synthetics have only won because the Reapers have turned up.
Exactly. This is what
and
we say.
joined the synthetics.
Yeah. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Reapers, we have to stop the synthetics. Here, let's augment the synthetics when we encounter them to stop the organics from creating synthetics. It's like, what? If they were like 100 years later, maybe that might be an argument to be made. But it never happens.
Oh,
Convinbite is wiped to...
when you meet the Quarians, they initiate their invasion and they're winning, and they get to Rannoch, and they think they're just going to steamroll the Geth, and then the Reapers turned up and made the Geth stronger, and that's how the Geth are fighting back now. So the Quarians are going to win if the Reapers never turned up. It's like, oh,
wait a second. We might have screwed up the storyline here, guys. No one will pay attention. There's too much going on.
All you got to do is just pay attention.
Yeah.
So, you just got to pay attention to the story for 5 seconds, and it's like everything collapses.
Yeah. It's kind of sad because when you play the third game the first time, your heart is sort of like tight. You're like, oh, is this going to be dramatic? It's like, yeah, there's some dramatic moments, but then you listen to the story and you're like, oh, this is stupid. This is dumb. This is melodrama.
When I went back through it with my recent playthrough, I was like, I got into it again. I was like, oh, I'm kind of enjoying myself here. then as I got close to the end, I realized the ending was coming up, and I thought, I can already see every single thread just breaking, and I can just see everything just like slowly collapsing around it to the point I was like,
I would love to sit with Walters at just the last 20 minutes of the game and just explain what this does to an audience member, because I don't think he understands what it did. And it would take longer than us to talk about it, but just to say why every single sentence from the Star Child is insane, contradictory, or retconned, and why you don't do that. It's like when you write an ending, there's ending writing and there's like normal dramatic writing, and people don't understand that when you in the mode of writing a beginning or an action scene or a dialogue, the ending has its own little thing about itself. And you cannot putz around. You cannot just have revelation after revelation after revelation. It has to make sense. So when Poirot reveals something, you're like, what? He didn't fire the gun? It's like, well, yeah, because this person did. Here's the explanation. You're like, wait a second, but how did his fingerprints get on the gun? Here's the explanation. It has to explain all the questions you have if you make a revelation. And it doesn't do that. It just makes revelation and says you're wrong, or what you think is wrong. And if you don't explain it, you're going to piss people off, because you change the entire motivation of what you were trying to do. So, and then the ending choices just ruin that even further, because you're not giving the player any freedom to do what they want to do, which is to stop the Reapers. That's why everyone likes Destroy, because it's like that's the mission: destroy the Reapers, stop the Reapers. Yeah. So it could have been a version of destruction or control. It could have been a version of that. Instead, they just made stupid synthesis, which is just crazy communist galaxy or whatever you want to call it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I can't even use the word. It doesn't make any sense. That's the closest I can get to is like this techno-organic communist telepathy. I don't know.
Mind rape.
I don't know. It's like nothing I've ever heard of before.
Right. They had a chance with the extended cut to explain what synthesis was, and they went with ED's "It's a Feeling." I'm like, oh wow. I'm glad we cleared that up.
We have discovered the stars. It's like, what? We've done what with the star? To new horizons. Like, what are you talking about?
ED, we did that without glowing green.
we don't need all this shit in our bodies to explore. We're still explorers. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Or there was no get the hell out of our galaxy Babylon 5 ending. We never got that. That was the one I wanted. Throw everything into the sun like Superman. Just go away.
Yep. Same here, yeah.
That would have been perfect. Oh. Or Shepard controls the Reapers and then throws them all into the sun. That'd be good too. He sacrificed himself and then
control ending. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But no, he turns into a crazed god.
A paragon or a renegade god. It's so silly. It's just I will watch over them. No, you crazy dictatorship.
What was it? I will watch over them so that the strong never crush the weak. It's like, Shepard, you are the strongest person. Everyone is weak compared to you. You will crush everybody.
Oh God. Anyway.
From a strict...
I'm tired of people using the word calculus. It just... They use it because the game used it. And you're like, okay, whatever.
Cold utilitarian standpoint, the math is brutal, but it's coherent.
Math?
Let's look closer. Letting civilizations live freely, allowing them to inevitably create unchecked synthetic life, guarantees eventual synthetic war.
Why would it be unchecked? How would it be unchecked?
So, this is something that keeps coming up. Inevitable synthetic war. Yes, every 50,000 years, a bunch of synthetics come along and wipe everyone out in a war. Like you say, self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
That's just, it's not clever, it's just being stupid.
and that in turn guarantees zero organic life forever. It's an absolute permanent end.
How?
No, it's not.
Cycling the galaxy.
Hang on, how does it guarantee zero organic life ever?
As we've seen with the events of Mass Effect 3, you could save the Geth, you can help Edie, you can destroy various AI and side quests throughout
But Smud,
all games.
life on Earth came from a space rock with bacteria on it. So unless these synthetics are wiping out everything down to like the bacteria on every single planet in the entire known universe, how can organic life never come back again?
They never explained that, did they? They never explained the process of bringing back new life. And obviously, this is a theory of evolution that 50,000 years is enough time. It's according to a lot of our carbon dating and measurements of evolution of the human body. It takes millions of years, not thousands, millions. So obviously, they're playing around with time a bit. That's fine. They can do whatever theory of evolution they like, but they don't explain it. They don't explain there is so much science fiction they just did not bother with, and I don't know why this game did this, because this was originally a hard science fiction game, and they had the codex. They had this big thing you didn't have to read, but it was there if you wanted to learn about the Mass Effect fields and all this other stuff. They could have done that in the codex, and they did it for some of Mass Effect 3, where they explained this artifact you pick up, or this array that helps the Crucible, and then it breaks the game because some of this stuff can like target Reapers anywhere in the galaxy. It's like, wait a second, we know where every Reaper is in the galaxy. No one said anything. What? We have this amazing technology.
Reaper is. Okay, so then we can just ambush the Reapers constantly.
Multiphasic array or whatever that was. It was like, yeah, we know where every Reaper is in the galaxy. Let's use the freaking Crucible to find them all and blow them away.
Yeah. Or, if we can't build a Crucible, let's get everyone into a massive flotilla, a la Battlestar Galactica, and just keep flying away.
Oh, there they are. Let's keep going away. They'll never find us.
It's a massive galaxy. You can just go somewhere else.
Or hide underwater. Apparently, they don't know how water works. So you just, chill out underwater. But no, humans will always get wiped out by their own creations because game.
50,000 years. On the other hand, sacrifices roughly 1 trillion lives in each harvest.
What?
Yes, but it keeps quadrillions of future organisms in play. It's a terrible exchange. But for the Reapers, it's the only one that ensures any organic life continues.
There's so many other possibilities of how this could work without the Reapers destroying everything every 50,000 years. Again,
Let's put it this way, if the Reapers didn't turn up, most likely most cycles have been perfectly fine.
and the things that the organisms that they find are genetically unworthy would be better.
Yeah.
They'd be more...
How does destroying the Drell, make it better? The Drell were fine.
Yeah, they had some conditions about their body, the same as the Quarians did, but they would give it a few hundred years, they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Find a new planet. Same with the Krogans. Find them a new planet, they'll be fine.
The Victorians never made synthetics. They were incredibly powerful and perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Why do they need to be wiped out?
What did they do wrong? Give it another 10,000 years. I bet they'll be fine.
A Turian civilization lasted for 25,000 years, perfectly the same. It's like, okay, what's going to change in the next 50?
Yeah, plus the Asari, they were around for the previous cycle. How did they survive?
Yeah.
It just, everything does not make sense anymore with this game.
Now that you brought up the 50,000 year cycle, it's really made me think, that's not long enough for all these advances.
No, they're not. Well, the idea is that the records they find on other planets, that once they achieve space flight, they go to these other planets that are nearby, and they find records that the Reapers leave of the Mass Effect technology, and then that advances them so much.
Yeah.
So that is the argument. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, look at humans' 50,000 years of history.
Oh, God.
We've got to.
Prior to the Industrial Revolution. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much going on. We developed concrete.
Yeah.
The aqueduct as a result of the concrete. And...
Yeah, but all those things you're mentioning happened in the last 2,000 years. There's 48,000 years of other things.
Of nothing happened. Yeah, exactly. Of like nothing.
No offense, it went fire the wheel, and then we pretty much just sat on that for 30-odd thousand years.
Yeah, the Dark Ages didn't help anyone. It's just like, we have a blacksmith. And like, oh, wow.
Well, we're burning him.
He's a witch. Like, oh, shit. He makes magical pieces of metal. Hey.
Don't hate. They don't feel malice.
They don't hate? They really? They're
Did this person, like, not actually play the games?
the big, scary, booming voice is just neutral, I guess. It's a neutral sound.
Sovereign literally showed so much disgust towards Shepard. Like, I've seen people wipe dog shit off a shoe with more care.
It's like you are insects to me. It's like, oh, okay. I don't hate you.
Rudimentary creatures of flesh and blood who fumble to comprehend my mind. That's literally a computer saying you are useless.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they love us. They really don't hate us. Okay.
What is it?
Joy.
You exist because we allow it. You'll end because we demand it. Oh, they feel no malice.
Yeah.
They don't have emotion.
And if they don't feel emotion, what the hell is preserving the human species into a Reaper going to do? Like, what does that do?
Hold on. They don't feel emotions. Shepard, you have become an annoyance.
Yeah.
Being annoyed.
Oh, good lord, sir. What game is this guy playing?
Like us. They balance books.
Excuse me?
The cosmic audit.
Are they some sort of galactic accountants? Like they balance books? I can imagine
genocided by metallic Jewish soup.
I'm imagining this giant Reaper with this massive book and a pen. He's like, what the hell did that sovereign guy do? Oh, I gotta rewrite all this money. Oh shit.
You've got the famous Reapers, Sovereign, Harbinger, and Goldstein.
With a monocle, he's like,
Harbinger, I gotta tell you, you're spending too much money.
Where'd you get all these human bodies, man? This is crazy. You gotta hide them from everyone. We'll call that the collectors. No one will know.
In the goop.
We'll melt them all in the goop.
Harbinger,
no one will know.
You can't just build a base in the center of the galaxy.
No one will find it.
And now I expect people to talk about it.
Just don't tell Tony. We'll be fine.
Yet they keep showing up because the ledger always trends red without them. They're not acting out of a
okay, that was a weird analogy.
Desire for power or conquest, but out of a programmed directive to maintain galactic balance.
Balance of what? This is like the whole bullshit with the Star Wars. We got to bring balance to the Force by killing all the Jedi. I was like, we got to bring balance to the Mass Effect galaxy by killing everyone. Oh, that's not a good. He's speaking. Yeah.
I'm thinking, what do you mean you gotta kill everybody? Haven't you? Haven't you? What are you doing?
Well, the book said it was in the red. I gotta kill them all. What are you gonna do? It's a crazy book, man.
Drell became not a suitable species. Do you know how racist that sounds?
Well, if you kill them all, there's no more racism, right?
Oh man! Oy vey!
Oh Jesus! All right.
Oh, this video's being there.
They believe is constantly being thrown off by organic hubris. It's the
Organic hubris. Okay, sure.
ultimate expression of the greater good argument.
No, it's not. What argument? What are you talking about? What greater good? Because the crazy star child thinks he's the greater good does not mean it's a greater good argument.
The greater good. The greater good.
What?
Would you mind explaining what the greater good is?
What
the greater good.
Yeah. What utilitarian thing are we doing here? What exactly? I want to know. 'Cause that's a very specific series of words. I want to know. Okay, great. Which one?
Apply chilling mechanical precision that makes our
Okay, there is nothing precise about the Reapers. They are giant spaceships that stomp around on buildings. They have so many billions of years to invent the greatest technology to make things precise. They don't do that. In fact, they screwed up the previous cycle because they were so stupid that some bunch of guys from the previous cycle, some scientists, changed the alarm bell on the wake-up call for their stupid little
nerds.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds changed the snooze alarm on their programmed reaper-fied Protheans. So no, they're not very precise.
You know, it's bad when the claw from Toy Story has more, consistent
Yeah,
writing.
or the number of eyes on a human. So let's make 3 eyes on our human. That's precise. The number 3 is.
That will never make sense to me. Why did they have 3 eyes for a human?
It was bad enough to have a
4
giant weird torso, right? But no, let's put 3 eyes on it and a big glowing chest with the power energy thing that you have to attack with the attack button.
It had hands with 3 pincers, and I'm like, why? How did you not?
Mechanical precision. What is he talking about? Okay, we gotta keep going.
recoil.
Uh-huh.
But here's where the counter-arguments start to really hurt, where the Reaper's brutal logic begins to fray around the edges. Free will matters, wiping entire species, denying them the agency to find another path, to evolve beyond this cycle, feels fundamentally wrong. The Geth, for all their early rebellion, prove that coexistence is possible if organics treat synthetics with respect.
Wow, what a crazy idea.
If they learn to communicate and understand.
What an amazing idea our galactic cybernetic gods can't possibly overlook. They must have thought this through. So, everything they do is correct.
I want to point out that he spent 10 minutes making this entire argument about why the Reapers were right all along. And within one sentence, he's just proven that, no, it's not. They're not.
They're stupid. They don't know what they're doing. They're programmed machines. They're retarded. They have no clue what's the right thing to do. Thank you.
If only organics and synthetics were nice to each other.
Oh my God, they had a treaty where they no longer fight each other, and we did that in the game. Or we wiped them out.
Yeah.
We still won.
Like we can do in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And every other time we're against AI, we win.
Ceasefire in Mass Effect 3 isn't just a plot point, it's a living, breathing testament that synthesis, not slaughter, can work.
Well, yeah, that version of synthesis, not the end of synthesis.
No. That's no. when
When he says
when they
synthesis-
agree to work together,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean like they're going to merge together.
I hope that's not what he means, because I thought he meant just the piece between the two. That's fine.
No, but synthesis is the ending where they merge organic and synthetic DNA together.
Which I hope he doesn't mean, because that'd be stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he does mean that.
Oh God. The green ending explains away that the Reapers were wrong. It's like, no, it doesn't.
So, the blue and the red ones show that they were wrong, because the Star Child literally says it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, the solution failed.
We're wrong.
Yeah. He said that's like the first or second sentence he says. The solution won't work anymore.
Imagine having to say to an ant, you know what, you were right, we were wrong.
Yeah. But still being psychotic and retarded. We're gonna, hey, ant, you're right, but we're gonna keep being psychotic and retarded. Here's your psychotic and retarded options. What?
Oh man.
It's like the guy trying to solve the problem. Oh my God, my solution won't work. I'll ask the guy who has a solution, but I won't use his solution. I'll just do my own solution, which is slightly different than the previous solution. That doesn't work anymore.
Oh, it's like when a woman comes up and asks you for help and then just ignores you.
Yeah, we've been there.
Yep.
A direct refutation of the Reaper's core thesis. And
They do not have a thesis. Come on, let's be honest. They have not thought this through. They see organics. They go, hey, that could be a Reaper. Maybe let's try it out. Can we Reaperify that organic species? Oh, we can't. Oh, we'll have to kill it. Well, wait. Well, we'll come back next week.
You can tell they don't have a thesis because 3 different Reapers have no idea what they were doing. If you put Sovereign, Harbinger, and the one on Rannoch, which I am now going to be called Goldstein, into a room, you would have no idea what the Reapers are about.
Yeah, they won't tell you either.
But the thing is, it's like, even if they did tell you, like, Sovereign thinks they're there just to wipe everyone out. Harbinger thinks they're there to do tests on everybody and then wipe them out. And Goldstein's an accountant.
He wouldn't even tell you. He's like, "Oh, you're too stupid. You can't figure this out."
You won't understand the very, very like smart, logical things we have to do. In reality, they had the meeting. Goldstein came in late, and no one just told him. They just said, "That doesn't matter. We'll leave you some notes."
Yeah, if the Reapers had a thesis, it was not in this game, sir. There was no
The series.
There was no hypothesis. There was no synthesis. There was no process involved. Sorry.
The catalyst itself admits that the cycle is no longer infallible once the crucible enters play. What does that mean? It means the trolley problem isn't the only solution anymore.
The trolley problem isn't the solution. What are you saying? That's not...
The solution to the trolley problem isn't the solution anymore.
Yeah, but he didn't say that. He said the trolley problem isn't the solution, not the solution to the trolley problem is the only solution.
You said he's European. He doesn't speak English normally, so I'm just going to fill in words for him.
So confusing.
The tracks can be rebuilt if even one alternative exists. If there's even a single path to a different future.
There have been numerous different paths. The Reapers ignored it and wiped everyone out.
They could have stopped at any time. There was nothing was forcing them. They were just machines doing a job. They didn't go, "Hey, is this the best thing? Like maybe we should like wait another. Let's just not go this side. Let's just wait. See what happens." What would a 100,000-year-old AI species have done to billions and billions of year-old AI gods? Probably not much. Might have been a little disturbance. But then the Reapers would come by and hack them and it's over. Done. Just, wait another cycle. See what, it's like growing tomatoes. Give it another week. Maybe that little tomato plant might grow a bit bigger. Maybe the redness will ripen. Give it another time.
Don't just say, "Oh, my tomatoes are green." Anyway, I'm just going to go murder my entire family.
Yeah. Oh, it's time to murder everyone. It's like, well, maybe don't do that. Maybe try something else. They couldn't do
Have
that.
a little patience.
The super genius collective mind of the Reapers could not fathom. Maybe we should try something else. Maybe. No, they couldn't do that.
The Reapers' moral license for genocide, their claim of necessary evil, collapses. It becomes an outdated, barbaric solution to a problem that might finally have a different answer.
No kidding. Wow. What were you doing the first 10? What is this video? I mean, I'm glad he's pointing this out, but if you have this 2-minute or 1-minute segment, like why did you make this? What are you doing?
Can I also just point out that he says Mass Effect lore explained, and I've not seen any bit of lore even mentioned.
Well, he's not doing proper references. That's true. Anyway. Wait, no, stop. You just upended the entire video. You who cares about the Crucible? It's bullshit. We know it's bullshit.
It's
It's stupid. It's a stupid whatchamacallit to get the story going. That's all it is. Even the Star Child's like, yeah, we weren't expecting that. Oh, it's weird. You changed everything.
We've known about it. We just didn't expect it. Really? Okay. Do you guys have any clue what you're doing? Are you?
How smart are you
What
guys?
is it?
Do you know what science is? They knew of this thing, but they didn't think about it. Once they see it, it's like, whoa, this changes everything. What is it? Oh, it's a battery source.
Strange windmill-looking thing floating towards us.
Yeah, I've never theorized of a gigantic Energizer battery. I've never thought of that before. Whoa. How does it? Oh, it changes our solution. We never could have conceived it without this current iteration. Like, whoa.
It's also the fact that organics made this Crucible thing, which is so powerful that it's caused the Reaper solution to be upended. And I'm like, right, so if organics can do that, what's the Reapers for?
Yeah.
It's clear that the organics could think of something to, stop synthetic.
The Reapers were just computing pi for eternity until every weekend they got to go clean up the room or their playpen, whatever they want to call the galaxy. And they go, oh, what's this? What's this weird thing coming at our main gateway? What's that? Or our main door? What's that? I don't know. Oh, we know what it's called, but you just never saw it before. Oh, it's a giant battery. Whoa, that changes everything.
Why does the battery change stuff? What does it?
Well, you put an interphasic array on it, and then you can see all the Reapers in the galaxy, and it's like, whoa, now we can detect our friends.
Yeah, but Starchild, shouldn't you be able to see every single Reaper in the galaxy? Anyway.
It's so stupid.
What does it actually change?
Mac Walters, tell us.
Super weapon, but it's also a referendum on the Reaper's entire thesis. It represents the galaxy's collective, desperate attempt to break free from this endless, horrific loop.
It's the massive amount of fighting and blowing things up is actually the galaxy trying to get out of this cycle. It's not a referendum. Who votes in it?
Yeah.
What's the referendum?
The idea I liked from the first game was that the Protheans, that little group on Ilos, managed to stop the cycle so that we have the opportunity to figure out what to do. In Mass Effect 3, we learned that other cycles have been doing this as well, but instead of giving us opportunities, they're trying to make a weapon. And the dumbest shit you've ever heard, which was, well, one cycle they made like the barrel of a cannon, and the other cycle, well, they made the the firing pin of a cannon. And the other side, because it's so big, they can't figure this out. There's no time. The other cycle makes like the cartridge for the firing pin, and they all think they're making some sort of weapon, but they still don't know what it is. So this is the same concept in Mass Effect 1 of the Protheans preventing the cycle by leaving something behind, but now other species have been doing it, and we still don't know what the hell we're doing. It's so retarded to have this, and then you see the actual animation of like this giant microphone in space, and then the
when extra stuff gets taken off it, and you're like, why did you build that?
Yeah, the ball part just gets ripped off like a shield, like a physical shield. You're like, what was the point of that thing? It's just a lot of metal to cover. I was like,
Could you imagine being like some scientist? You've snuck into like a Cerberus base or a Reaper infested planet. You've got the materials for that ball part, and you just watch it just get shot off. But nothing like that. I lost 6 good friends on that mission.
I strip mined this planet for the uranium to make a giant ball. It just gets thrown off.
I sacrificed an entire planet
to make a shield.
to make like polystyrene foam around.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like I'm glad that it transforms a bit, like it has moving parts, but it doesn't make sense that you would just rip the thing off.
I had to leave my wife and children behind on the Reaper infested planet so that stuff could get out.
So I could strip mine all the metal.
And you're telling me I just made a spinning windmill?
Let's not get into the stupidity that was the design of the Citadel that opens up like a flower. So we could send a satellite beam into the closest Mass Effect relay when it is a Mass Effect relay. It's like, wow, okay, whatever.
Oh, it's always good when sci-fi writers don't know about sci-fi or even basic, mechanics and engineering.
Yeah,
and then want to make a super weapon. Okay.
It's just the Citadel was perfectly fine the way the fact that it turned into like a phallic object in space and then just starts teleporting around the galaxy. You're like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Anyway.
Yeah.
And each choice Shepard makes directly challenges or affirms the Reaper's very existence and their claimed necessity.
Thank you. Oh no, don't do the ending.
This path, while seemingly the most straightforward, proves the Reaper's right in a chilling way. It wipes
How? When the Star Child says the solution won't work anymore, he is saying the Reapers are wrong. How is destroying the Reapers proving them right?
Synthetic life, essentially resetting the same doom loop.
No, you're stopping the big baddie from killing everyone. They are the synthetic life. You are winning by killing them, proving them wrong.
No. Yeah.
What?
Just because the Star Child goes, "Oh, your children will make them," that's not a guarantee.
And what would stop us from this moment saying, "Hey, let's have safeguards. Let's make an entire group of, I don't know, scientists, researchers that make sure AI life has these rules in place."
But after the GEF, the council made it illegal to make synthetics.
Yeah, there's a rule already in place, but with the GEF are like, well, we want to stop ourselves. We'll teach you how to make AI life safe because now that they like us, or they've always liked us. They just we're misunderstood. So no, destroy ending proves not only the Reapers were wrong, but the Star Child already said that even if you don't choose it.
Simply become the Reapers, albeit on a smaller, more...
No. That would be the control ending, sir. That's different. You're crossing your streams here.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, never cross streams.
desperate scale, ensuring that the problem of synthetic-organic conflict will inevitably re-emerge in future cycles.
That's fine, but it's not going to be as
No.
catastrophic as he thinks.
If you kill the Reapers in this cycle, if you wipe them out, there are no other cycles.
Yeah.
I think the cycles are over. So
the idea is that the organics will make synthetic life by themselves, and yes, that is possible.
Okay.
But again, we have the knowledge of not to do that. We have the Geth with us. We have Edie. We have whatever else technology.
we have the historical records of this massive Reaper war.
And we have the Crucible, which we can fire up again and blow away all synthetic life if we want to.
Yeah.
Why would it not work again? There's no reason why it wouldn't. So we literally have a doomsday device against AI that we could press the button on a second time.
Yeah. Kill or synthetic.
Yeah, we have the solution. It's the kill button right there. Break glass in case of emergency.
There's a big red button. Just press that.
Yeah, it's right there. Of course, you have to rebuild the Citadel and rebuild the relay network, but still, we know what to do.
They do it anyway.
Yeah, I know. They rebuilt them anyway.
Exactly. Show they've rebuilt it anyway, so there's no issues.
Yeah. It's space magic, but we have the power of space magic, so it's okay.
Their premise, even as you annihilated them.
I disagree with what you just said. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Here, you become the trolley driver yourself.
No. Okay. Let's hear what he has to say.
Perpetuating the same paternalism under new management.
No. What are you saying? Shepard doesn't become the Reapers and starts reaping? Are you crazy? That's not the ending. Did this guy even pay attention?
You take command of the Reapers, ostensibly to guide the galaxy to a better future, but you're still dictating terms, still making choices for entire civilizations. It's a new cycle of control.
Yeah, but this is what I was getting at with my idea, was that the Reaper just sort of hovers in space, observing planets, making sure no singularity occurs. That's the theory behind control, even though it's not mentioned that way. We don't know.
A different kind of subjugation.
Yeah, you might interpret that from the Renegade control ending, but you don't know. You don't know. This is the problem with the endings. They're too open-ended. We don't know.
Yeah, no one knows anything about. We go straight into headcanon.
Yeah, it's
territory.
It's all sort of fluffy. And, we saved the galaxy, and I'm going to protect everyone because I'm the Shepherd guy. And you're like, what? How does that work? What do you do? Do you have a seat on the council? Do you make a new council? Are you the council? Like, what's going on? We don't know the powers of the galaxy anymore. Are we just a weapon? Are we to be pulled out in case of a war? Or are we stopping wars? Are we rebuilding I don't know. We just don't know. Aside from, we see Reapers rebuilding relays. That's true.
Also, does the indoctrination stop?
Yeah.
Because now you just got 2 kilometer tall indoctrination creatures stomping around your cities again.
Ah, God, yeah. This whole it has a lot more problems, a lot more questions. Arguably, it can be more peaceful and more controlled because, again, you have the most powerful war machine in the galaxy, and you could say Paragon Shepard is going to be okay, but there's no guarantee. We don't know.
Found questions about power and free will.
That was it, wasn't it?
He was very brief. Yeah, this is not very well thought out.
This is the truly revolutionary path.
No.
It doesn't destroy or control. It rewrites the rules. It
I'm not sure what it does, actually.
mass mind rape of every single person
every
in the
cell
galaxy.
in the galaxy, every organism that has life has now been
down to the tree leaves.
Yeah, the leaves on trees have the knowledge of everyone else in them. It's the craziest, horrific brain.
Could you imagine what that'd be like? A leaf coming to life. It can't see, hear, talk. It's just madness.
Remember the I don't know if you remember watching Star Trek Enterprise, but there was the episode with Andreas Katsoulis, the guy from Babylon 5 who played Jakar. He was this alien species that thought in like, I don't know, 6 or 7 dimensions. And they were a tri-sexual species, I think. They had like the male, a female, and then they had like this surrogate thing. And the surrogate and Trip took a liking to this person. And the people are treated like second-class citizens. Like they don't listen to music. They don't see them as people. They're just there to produce offspring. And he treated them like a person. He said, "Hey, let's go get food. Let's go listen to music and da 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 da." He was just being nice, and because they didn't do that, or she did not do, or whatever you want to call her, did not do that on her planet. When she was being taken away from Enterprise, she committed suicide because she saw Mozart and listened to all this beautiful food, and she saw beautiful food, listened to all this beautiful Mozart. She was so romanticized by life that she could not tolerate being removed from it. So imagine being around the most amazing, and you know what the most amazing things are in the world, and you're a plant. You can't interact. You can't do anything. You're stuck. It's basically a living hell. You are.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry I laughed, but it's just the way. I was like a fucking daffodil.
I butchered that analogy. I'm sorry, guys, but just imagine the hell being conscious, or I don't know what you would call that, being conscious as a plant, and having the knowledge of like supreme beings in your body, whatever you want to call a plant's brain.
Can we just admit that, like, the synthesis ending was just like the writer's fetish for Edie and Joker to actually bang each other?
We don't know. I honestly, it's so crazy that I don't even think they knew what they were doing. And that's,
I just feel I feel they thought, how do we make Edie human?
It's so stupid.
They work.
It cures all illnesses. It gives knowledge to everyone. Everyone's telepathic. Everything is telepathic. It's so insane that it doesn't make any sense. You just like, this is crazy town. And Edie's
that
like,
would be insane if everything is telepathic. Like, you'd go into your house and
the walls would talk to you. Yeah,
would be talking to you.
Everything would be bouncing around. There'd be signal traffic about, this is a techno signal, this is an organic signal, this is a cybernetic signal. We've got different wavelengths. It's just all this communication always.
You're trying to get to work, but the traffic lights are suffering from depression. You're like, oh my God.
Oh boy. They opened up a giant box of nonsense of just crazy town, and I can't even fathom what this means. So rewriting rules, it just blows up reality.
Yeah,
I think people call it super communism. I don't know. Who knows?
Honestly, I don't even know what. Like I say, when Edie's explaining it, you just get her feelings, and you're like, right, that's great. You're not explaining anything, and it's like, oh, we're all one. Okay, what do you mean we're all one? Because everything's glowing. Even like in one of the cutscenes, even Big Ben is glowing. It's like, okay, so massive clock tower is alive.
Ben is talking. Hello, citizens. It's 4:07. Okay, go away, Big Ben.
And everyone's down there screaming because
there's so much noise.
Giant tower.
There's so much noise going through there. Like, I can't think. It's too much noise. Wow, who knows?
And synthetics, making them share essence, theoretically ending the very dichotomy that fuels the...
Oh, just stop with the big words, please. Just don't use that.
No, someone got a thesaurus for Christmas, didn't they?
Every time this guy's grasp of what he's talking about is, he's past 50%. He's making sense, but he got some of the lore wrong. He got some of the explanations wrong. The dichotomy of organics and synthetics.
The guy's using dichotomy, yet still said, what was it? Something about slaughter, and it's still slaughter. Okay, great, thanks.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. So long as he's using it in the literal sense and not in the argumentative sense, he's fine. But I don't like using big words for the sake of it. So he's not technically wrong. It's just don't change. Do not throw around big words if you're speaking at a grade 9 level.
Yeah, let's try not to discombobulate the audience.
Yeah, if you want to speak with big words, start with that way and keep it consistent. Do not jump up and down.
Cycle, radical, almost utopian.
Hang on, Whisper other thing. Is the sun alive now in this synthetic universe?
No, it's just a big ball of gas. It's not organic. It's hydrogen and helium. That's it.
How do you know?
How do I? Yeah. As far as we know, there could be a Leviathan hiding in the core of the sun. Who knows? Ugh.
Vision, a complete redefinition of life, and it's the most direct refutation.
That's an image from the control ending.
Yeah.
Get your endings right.
If he showed the endings to the
I disavow all your arguments now.
Everyone's glowing green now. It's like, can we change that to like a yellow amber? Can we mood lighting going?
No, but it's not that. On my screen, the glowing blue for control. You got the wrong slide up.
Yeah, I know. But if he showed that, there'd be like Krogan babies that are glowing green. You're like, okay.
Oh, so does that mean like they're born with synthetic stuff then?
And are they still wanting to fight? Are they still aggressive? Or are they just totally chilled out now? Are they completely different Krogan species?
How does that? So like, how would that work if like babies are born with synthetic stuff? Because
the DNA is different.
So is like sperm is now synthetic as well?
Oh God.
Sperm can get Wi-Fi connection.
Oh Jesus. The sperm is conscious. Oh my God.
Oh my God, we'd have to listen. If everything's telepathic, I'd have to listen to my own sperm. Jesus Christ.
Do it. Go. Let's go. Like, oh shit.
Oh man.
Ay.
Of the
Billions
Reapers
of
claim that these two forms of life can never coexist.
That's it? Wow.
This is the ultimate gamble.
It's not a gamble. It's literally fuck off.
No, it was BioWare saying we hate you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because we kept shooting the kid.
Yeah.
Call the let the harvest finish, and effectively bet that future cycles, future civilizations will somehow outsmart the Reapers. It's a defiant act, but
it's a retarded act. It's ultimately it's what we choose because the ending DLC just ruins everything even more. So yeah, it's depressing.
One that ensures the Reapers continue their cycle, leaving the problem for
which is insane because the Star Child said the solution doesn't work anymore, but he keeps doing it.
So you think that the next cycle they wouldn't do it?
It's kind of retarded because they know what the Crucible is now, and instead of Shepard just going, "Yeah, I don't want to help you," they just go, "All right, bye," and then we assume the next cycle, they have exactly the same conversation with a new Shepard. It's like, hey, what was that last time? They had the Crucible, and Shepard was here, and what did he do? Oh, he just went. He had a fit, and he just sat there. It's like, we're not going to do that. Like, oh, okay. We'll choose anything else except that.
And then the next cycle chooses.
It's so stupid. Like, this is just so retarded. I'm gonna stand proud and eliminate all life. Like, why? Why would you ever do that?
Another generation. Each of these choices, in its own way, invalidates the Reaper's claim of absolute necessity.
How? How does the refusal ending do that when they keep doing it? What are you saying?
I don't know.
The cycle, not as some cosmic law, but as a contingent policy, a brutal solution that for the first time in millions of years
Billions.
has alternatives. The game doesn't just ask you to defeat the Reapers, it asks you to defeat their philosophy.
If the Reapers had a philosophy, it's nothing I would consider in the realm of philosophy. It's mostly in the realm of cause and effect. It's like, this happens, or this has happened, so we're going to assume absolute effect every time, like it's some scientific rule.
This is literally like me trying to say, I'm potty training my 2-year-old. I've got to defeat her philosophy. It's just stupid. Just her arguments don't work.
It's like,
she is wrong. Get on the damn thing now.
it's like the Reapers are cutting the corn stalk the wrong way. It's like, hey, you're killing the corn. Don't do that, Reapers. Oh, thank you, Shepherd. I won't do that. The end. Like, that would have been fine, but no, we have to like talk to this kid. The kid does not have a philosophy. He has some dumb analogies, like fire, and whatever he thinks the Geth are, but apparently it's going to keep happening. So, no, it's stupid. It's just stupid.
The Star Child really does show. It's like one of the biggest examples of a character is only as smart as the writer.
Yes. Okay. You're right, because that's what it boils down to. But if they just had Drew or Epler or, I'm trying to remember the other guy's name, anyone else aside from Mac, just to talk to Mac and say, hey Mac, whoa, what are you doing? Don't do that. Do something else. Anything else. And you'll be fine.
But the thing is, it was just him and Casey in a room together.
know, and Casey was like, no, it's too complicated. Do keep it simpler. Go easier. Go smaller. It's like, no, go big. You have to.
The thing is, they were quite proud of it as well. You know, when you see like the behind the scenes footage,
yeah,
really proud of the fact that they went, we were in a room together for like an hour.
Yeah, but that was prior to DLC coming out, and then Mac ended up doing what he wanted to do, which is spell it out. But even that was horrible. Even that worsened. That made things worse. And then they added the Leviathan DLC, and they had to add that stupid extra line. So they just kept adding to the pile, not realizing that what they did was bad. And they really could have fixed things. They could have easily fixed things with just don't doing crazy shit. Stupid shit. Bonkers things that don't add up. And we've given several solutions on how to do that. Nuances with choices. Explaining what the control endings do. That would be great. Destroy, I don't know. I just get rid of synthesis. Destroy, I guess you can keep that if you really want to.
Just make destroy, target the Reapers. That's it. Done. Sorted. Bang.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, kill all the
None
Reapers.
of this. You'll make more of it. No, just destroy the Reapers. That's fine. Control. You just control the Reapers.
I would have loved the non-technological ending where Shepard just logic bombs the guy and says, "Listen, you guys are wrong. You admit you're being wrong. You're no longer needed. Go fly into the sun." That would be the renegade option. The Paragon option would be just fly away, fly into the darkness of space and just never bother us. That would have been fine too. That would have been so simple, and it would have been the same animation where the Reapers just fly off on the planet and everyone raises their arms in triumph, and the music is all somber. and they just keep flying. And that would have been the ending. You're like, oh, the Reapers are gone. The relays are still here.
Yep.
We didn't blow up the
Also,
Citadel.
don't make the story end in shooting a pipe. I just...
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's... Why one singular pipe?
Oh, well. Yeah, that was still pretty stupid. I have a gun.
Also,
Why?
yeah, why a pipe? Also, why does Shepard have to be 2 centimeters away from the pipe to shoot it?
Yeah, why does he have to walk up to it like he's gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you mean? When were they right out of all your video at this point? 13 minutes and a half. 2 minutes.
They've not.
Yeah.
I haven't seen someone this wrong since Billy is incredibly wrong-son.
Whereupon the previous 2 minutes in between the first 10, you prove them wrong. So what are you doing?
I feel like someone should make is it from Billy Madison where he goes, "What you just said is the single most stupidest thing I have ever heard."
Plus, the last minute he was sort of half defeating what the Reapers were saying. So it's like, okay, what?
Really uncomfortable thought. What if the Catalyst, even with its admission, still downplays the odds? Maybe coexistence works on a small scale. A few Geth and Quarians living in peace. But what if it fails once synthetics surpass a certain complexity threshold? What if the threat isn't just a single AI going rogue, but an entire network reaching a collective consciousness?
They're already a collective consciousness. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
What do you think there's a second, like the singularity within the singularity? Is that what he means?
He literally the Geth to survive the whole thing. Legion does his Legion-y things and makes the network pretty much become like a living thing.
It's stupid, yeah, but it does work.
They've reached the peak.
Yeah, the idea of being unable to copy Legion is stupid. It's just a software. Of course, you can make a copy. It's not a big deal. Okay, fine, whatever. It's stupid, but it works. The idea that they're now going to be this uber consciousness on top of the consciousness, because Geth work by having more and more pieces of software working on top of itself. So it has more and more processing power, more and more hardware, more and more basically neurons, if you want to think of it that way. So it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, okay, so it's going to become even so big, you have this super consciousness, like an overmind or something like that. You're like, okay, why would the overmind, who's super smart, why would it suddenly abandon all of its previous knowledge? It wouldn't. It would compound it. You know, it's like
even when the Reapers first arrived, they had that big vote, and only 5% of the Geth agreed to join the Reapers.
Right.
95% of them went, no, we're all right, thanks.
Like,
and now you're trying to say that somehow they'll become they'll get smarter and go, no, we should kill everybody.
Yeah, it doesn't make there's no evidence and there's no ambition. Like they don't have ambition. They're just machines. They're just like, hey, we want to caretake. We were designed to caretake planets. Let's do that. Like, okay, maybe we should caretake all the planets. It's like, okay, fine. Some want to do that, some don't, because now that they have independence, they can go off and now, yeah, of course you're going to get the rogue AI that might the individual, but the rest of the AI will be like, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. And then they will accumulate more hardware and more software, and they'll deal with it themselves. At least that's the way that we understand the Geth. If you're talking about another AI or another AI system, that's different. But again, you have the Geth. They would just hack the shit out of them. Or you have Edie, and she would destroy anything.
Also,
logic.
It again boils down to the fact that somehow the next generation has got to completely forget about the Reaper War.
Yeah, which does not happen with software. It's digital. Their knowledge does not go anywhere. So
yeah, so everyone will know about it. Like, these were insane synthetic creatures that wiped us all out. Don't make synthetics.
Yeah, and they've learned their lesson. They respect the choice that was made. They know what the Reapers are. They went through this whole ordeal, and if anyone's going to remember anything, it's going to be the synthetics. And they're going to be like, hey, humans, or hey, organics, by the way, 5,000 years ago, we fought a war, and this is what happened. This is why we're here, and we're here to help you. Ba, 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 ba.
You'd still have organics like Krogan live for nearly 2,000 years.
Yeah, and they'll want to start wars, and they'll be like these, depending on what the role the Geth are, they could just be purveyors, they could be in the background, or they could be actively on the council. Who knows? So nothing shows the Geth as being warlike.
Yeah.
Organics are inefficient. A single rogue AI with self-replicating nanites could sterilize a galaxy in decades.
No, that you don't even know what you just said. Self-replicating nanites could sterilize a galaxy in under 99 years. Are you serious right now?
He said a decade.
Decades. So that implies 99, at most 99 years. That does not make...
No, a decade's 10 years.
Well, no. Decades. The minimum for decades is 10 years. The maximum for decades...
a decade. I thought you said decade.
Yeah.
Singular.
Yeah. So in less than 100 years, a bunch of nanites, we're not talking like Stargate Atlantis, Stargate replicators. We're talking about nanites, microscopic little machines. Somehow are going to replicate so quickly to sterilize and travel between the stars and land on planets and space stations and whatever his life is, and become a giant gray goop that covers the entire surface? Really? So gas giants, frozen worlds,
The entire galaxy.
just everything. Everything's going to be just covered in nano paste.
And like organics have not been able to stop it at all. It's
No,
like there'll be no. Okay.
The Geth have no idea what nano. What's a nanite? Oh my god! Never seen that before. Nano paste. What was the Mass Effect 1 stuff called?
What about Omnigel?
Omnigel. We never dealt with Omnigel before. Oh, what's that? Oy.
Better than any organic alliance, no matter how unified, could possibly respond. It's a terrifying thought.
The Geth, Edie, make more Edies.
Also, why would organics not join together for some nanites?
Yeah.
What?
Here's a new
99
threat.
years is
Yeah.
not like a short amount of as in like, it won't take organics more than 99 years to join up together.
It'll take about 2 weeks, yeah. It's like, remember that galactic billion-year-old cycle we fixed 5,000 years ago or whatever? Yeah, we got this weird upstart nanite culture growing on Eden Prime. Oh, shit, let's go deal with that. Hey, Geth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got like 5,000 solutions for that. Let me try this one. Oh, it didn't work. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go. Wow.
The pathetic evolution versus the sluggish pace of organic diplomacy. The Reaper's 50,000-year buffer ensures no synthetic civilization ever reaches that runaway tipping point.
What do you mean the sluggish of organic diplomacy? Diplomacy will always be quicker than evolution.
So if we have the Geth and we have ended the cycle, he's assuming that during this time other synthetic life will be created. It's like, yeah, it probably will. And we'll be watching it. So as opposed to, nothing watching it, because again, you have to wait for organics to evolve and then develop it at the 50,000 year mark, supposedly. So, no, I don't see what he's trying to get at here.
That where they become truly unstoppable until organics can demonstrate a stable, repeatable, galaxy-wide safeguard.
You mean the Crucible? Yeah, we got it.
Or you mean making laws that make it illegal, which had worked pretty well.
Which have already been in place. Yeah.
Yeah, for over 300 years.
So we have the Crucible. We have all the galactic government involved. We have the Geth, and we have Edie. And depending on the ending, we could have the control ending, so we still have the Reapers.
Against Skynet level events, against the inevitable
Yeah, but that's a planet. We're talking about the galaxy. We have a kill switch for the entire galaxy, so who cares?
rise of hostile AI, the Reapers treat the question as settled by empirical data, by millions of years of failed experiments. Their patience is measured in eons. Our moral revulsion, our fleeting emotional responses, are just a blip on their cosmic radar. They've seen it all before, countless times. And for them, our objections are merely the ignorant cries of children playing with fire.
Wait. Are we assuming the Reapers are still around? What is going on here? I thought we said that we stopped the cycle. What is he talking about?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought we were in this theoretical world of if we stop the cycle and then they could come back, and you're like, all right, sure, but we have all this access and resources to stop that.
Reapers write, within their own cold, unfeeling axioms, the absolute
These big axioms. It's an axiom. Of course it's true. It's always true. But the Reapers or the Star Child said it wasn't true. The solution won't work anymore, so it's not an axiom.
survival of organic life at any cost. The cycle is ruthlessly effective. It trades justice.
Effective in the sense that
What's justice got to do with it?
yeah, I mean, first off, define preserving life by melting it down and then putting it in a shell of its body, I guess, and then wrapping that in a in a big scuttlefish.
A cuttlefish, yeah.
Yeah, and then the concept of justice. This is going to be fun.
For continuity, freedom.
Trades justice for continuity. What does that mean?
What?
I don't get it.
What?
And
Freedom for futurity? Futurity. Is that a word?
Futurity? Hang on, there's going to be a Google search, that is.
The future time. A future event. So the future. In the future. Just say the future, sir. Not the futurity. Oh my God.
Has he put his script through like an AI voice thing?
Oh God, who knows? Maybe he was just trying to be clever because it's like F for F because it's the same, like one word for one word. The same letter.
But future's still the same.
I know.
For an F.
Freedom for future. No, futurity. An individuality.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's so silly.
individuality for a grim, cold storage immortality.
Oh.
Hang on. Individuality for a grim, cold storage of immortality. That does not sound fun. That does not sound like something you'd want to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he means by that because we don't know what it means. He doesn't know what the Reapers are really doing when you read.
Also, I'm sorry to say this, but being immortal doesn't mean like you get blown up by conventional weapons. That's not mortality because you can die at any.
You need invincibility to go with the immortality.
Yeah. I can live forever, but a slight sneeze will kill me.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're in this giant warship body, but we could die. Hey, why don't we build other warships that can protect us and then just use those from remote control? That'd be great. Like, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, imagine this was all just, there's this one Star Child in the galaxy over, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just not paying attention. Yeah, I was doing this thing in my playground, and that's the Milky Way, and I'm like, maybe this solution doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I'll just stop doing it. You go blow away my toys. I don't care. That's what it feels like.
Another Star Child just goes, I just got rid of synthetics.
Oh, I did. I got rid of them a billion years ago, Tim. What about you? I do it
I'm doing my own thing.
Leave me alone, Jimmy. Like, I'm doing it every 50,000, but don't tell anyone. Okay. Oh, God.
I just call it organics rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh.
Oh, God.
It's a monstrous bargain, but one they've enforced for an eternity. Yet, the moment we admit...
It's not a bargain, is it? If it's enforced, it's not a bargain.
It is some sort of transaction.
Yeah, but it's not a bargain.
No, it's not. No one's getting a win out of this.
No.
Alternatives exist. The Crucible's radical diplomacy, the Geth...
Oh, my gun is radical diplomacy. Okay.
No, the Crucible of radical diplomacy. Right, number one, there was nothing radical about it. Number two, there was no diplomacy.
It's a giant weapon that no one knows what it does.
If you call the Star Child not listening to anything, and Shepard barely saying anything is diplomacy, then I'm...
Who are you? How do I defeat the Reapers? Can you help me do that?
Yeah, but when fire burns... Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
fire burns.
The solution won't work. Oh, okay.
Quarian detente. Shepard's...
Quarian detente. He's using a French word. Detente.
Was there like a word limit to what he had to do?
Oh my God.
I need to get to 5,000 words.
Is he like flexing his European knowledge of French? I don't know. These words. Holy hell. English is fun.
Desperate. The Reapers devolve from necessary...
Shepard's desperate synthesis. Wow. Poetic.
Into cosmic serial killers clinging to outdated code. The trolley problem, that brutal ethical dilemma, only works if you truly can't fix the tracks. And this cycle, for the very first time in millions of years, the tracks are under new management. Question is, will we pull the lever on the Reapers before they pull it on us? Will we prove them wrong? Or will we simply perpetuate their twisted...
What are you doing? This is not the question of the video. What do you... What nonsense? Are you just saying...
Because it's a video game.
Is he just saying, what ending did you choose? It's like, no, dude, you're here to tell me why the Reapers were right. You haven't done that. You haven't done anything. In fact, you just disproven that half the time.
He's just said a lot of words without getting anywhere.
Yeah, like, what are you talking... Is this I have to assume this is an essay for school or something, because it's so like open-ended and like,
yeah,
makes you think, doesn't it? It's like
it's not that. It's also the use of quite long words that just feel like he's reaching like a word limit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you get told, oh, it must be 500 words long or something.
I think
he ended up like just repeating yourself.
I think it sounded good to him, so he wanted to like, freedom for futurity or whatever. It's like, that sounds cool. I'm going to use that. It's like, oh, don't.
Yeah, but he's like asking like question as if the Reapers are knocking on the real life world. You're like, I don't have to do anything actually, mate. I don't have to play the game.
Okay. Ugh.
Logic in a new form. Let me know where you stand down below, because come the next harvest, the comments section might be the only civilization left to argue. Guys, I'm trying to make...
Yeah, I'm not interested in anything else you have to say.
Yeah, we're done. All right, do we have any memes? I bet we do. No, we don't. Oh my God. Oh, we do. Shit. Wrong screen. What do we got? All right, let's go through some. They look fun. May as well. Ha! The greater good. The math ain't mathin'. How's it going? All right.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in Reaper Council, yes, Commander Shepard, an immortal organic who allegedly killed Sovereign and will stop our stop out invasion. We have dismissed that claim. Yeah, okay. There it is. At no point in your rambling, incoherent responses were even close to anything that could be considered. Okay. And the last one, nanomachines.
Anything.
What if nanomachines in Mass Effect? It's like, yeah, Omnigel, we did that first game. And then we retconned it because it was dumb. Actually, it wasn't dumb. They just didn't care.
Yeah, but it just they changed it for a minigame, which was even stupider. And then just got rid of it completely and just had you put your hand on the door.
Yeah.
I say.
Well, that was 3 hours of us rambling. I mean, we know the topic at the back of our hands, so it was kind of funny. And lots of errors, lots of lore errors. He even, for about 3-4 minutes, he argued against what he was trying to say. And then the ending was just, what do you think? As opposed to giving us an actual argument, which is the point of the video, unfortunately. So, yeah. It's like talking in a burnt husk of a house, and we're just sitting in the ashes and we're looking around, and the guy's like, this is a beautiful house. And we're like, really? Can you explain that to us? And he's just headcanoning, oh, what if the table was over there? What if the second floor was over there? It's like, yeah, but it's not. It's a husk of a house. So
I find that the Mass Effect series just brings out people who think they're incredibly intelligent, and then they start talking, and you're like, oh, no, just stop. Just no.
It's part of the science fiction, I wouldn't say the science fiction world, but the science fiction of video gaming that makes you feel like, oh, this is more than what you would get out of an average game, because they put a lot of attention to dialogue and lore and, well, science fiction. And that was sort of thrown away for gameplay. And that's not what the promise of Mass Effect was, compared to games like Alpha Protocol or Deus Ex, where the choices actually amount to something, or they should have amounted to something, or at least made sense to a point. Like, we're not talking about Mankind Divided and Human Revolution, because we know what happened there, but Alpha Protocol did it very well. Choices mattered. Choice was a weapon. That was their quote. Choice is your weapon in the game. And the choices in BioWare games have always been the main gameplay focus. So when BioWare deviated from that in many, many ways, and changed the writers, changed the variables, disregarded choices, sometimes hard-coded choices, so that it didn't matter what you did in Dragon Age 1 and 2. Liliana always lives, for example.
Yep.
So it undermines the faith we have in the creator, and it undermines the narrative that you wanted, which is what you don't do. And of course, the endings were horrible in most cases. Mass Effect 3 being the best example of that. So, yeah, no, we still have had no arguments on the game being good outside of multiplayer. Multiplayer is very fun, I admit. It's good. Lots of objective things that they did right. Old now, for its time, they were good. But Horde mode was done very well. So I still play it today. And I don't know how long the servers are going to be up, but they're still kicking. So good on EA for keeping the fun going. But story sucks. Characterization has moments, but it's also ultimately just melodrama. And they ruined an entire world, which unfortunately we're getting a was it Amazon Plus TV series for Mass Effect?
You might do. I don't even know anymore.
The rumor is that it's happening after the Shepard events, or the events of the Mass Effect series, so we don't know what they're doing. but it's always been a thing every year. They're talking about making it, or there's a script here and there, and there's writers around, and we don't know. It's been going on for a decade at least. So either way.
Yeah, we're going on for about 12 years now, isn't it, or something?
12, Jesus. Who knows?
What's of a TV show?
Yeah. So either way, thank you guys. That was, for us, it's like no big deal. But
yeah,
one of those things of our adolescence or young adulthood, sometimes some people's childhood, that we always look back on and go, man, what could have been if only...
I was 18 years old when Mass Effect 3 came out. I never thought I'd be here all these years later.
Still going,
God damn
it. It's kind of like you think you're going to love a TV series, and you love, like, think of Heroes, the TV series. I don't know if you remember Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
It starts off so well. It's so great. Every episode is so good. And then the seasons go by and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And they don't know what to do with it. And they retcon stuff and they change.
It's like Lost, isn't it? So.
Oh, Lost is, it's even probably a worse example, yeah. Whew. But that's what happens when you get bad writers with millions of dollars that don't plan anything out and try to make sense of stuff. Anyway, thank you guys. It's been 3 hours. It's December. I'm rather busy this weekend, so I was glad to chill out with you guys and have a good laugh. So we will talk soon. Have yourself a good evening. Good night.
All right.